The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Trapnerd Sports Podcast. Brought to you today by Fit Aid Sports Recovery.
What the fuck?
It's delicious.
They ain't give us no bread.
No, but so they're going to sell like 3 more cans because of this, and then they're going to offer us like a $5
Send it.
Ad.
Matter of
yeah,
fact,
exactly.
Send it.
Anyway, I'm here with my guys, Joey Savs and Harry. Harry looking like that hoodie you're in here today, Harry. No, Donnie is in Harry's spot today. Harry had some important things to do. How's it going, dudes? Good? Did you win spades last night or no?
Hell yeah, undefeated.
You're a liar.
I swear.
This dude lost.
I know, undefeated.
You've never lost a game in spades ever?
Today, last night I'm talking about.
Nah, that's not
You asked me how we did in spades last night. I said I went undefeated.
That sounds like an accurate statement.
I didn't. Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? We already
But
on your ass.
undefeated.
We already
just-
on your ass today,
Undefeated
buddy.
just insinuates that you've never lost.
In yesterday's day.
That's
Say-
a weird thing
Technically
to say.
today.
That's a weird thing to say.
I'm undefeated today.
I never lost yesterday.
I never lost today either.
That's true. However you want. You know what?
I never lost today
Look at
either.
it from the positive point of view. I've never played spades in my life, and I still haven't lost today. So
That's fair.
Undefeated.
yeah, I'm the best.
I
Winless
played
as well,
spades for
but
about
undefeated.
5 years straight. We ain't going to get into that.
All right. Well, spades is one of the best sports of all time, but we're gonna
Thanks.
skip over that. Start with basketball. And LeBron
I could be considered the
James.
best spades player
No
of
one
all
cares.
time.
All right, we're done. We're done with the spades. LeBron James talking about considered for the greatest of all time.
Here we go.
LeBron James might pass Kareem, which is like the biggest record to be broken. He's gonna break it, whether it's today or tomorrow. It has to be the biggest record broken in our
I think
lifetime.
it has to be today.
I don't think it's gonna be today.
I did it until now.
What's
I now
the number that he needs?
36. He can easily do that.
You know
Against
he
the
wants to-
Thunder
He can
too.
do that with the arm tied behind his back, honestly.
And he's gonna want to go off.
And
for
it's the
his night
Thunder.
that he does it.
Like, they might be up 30, and he might still be out there breaking the record.
No, that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna have 30 points in the third quarter. They're gonna be up by 22 points.
They won't
and
sit
they're
him.
and they're gonna put him. They're gonna sit
They
him
won't.
2 men.
No,
yeah,
they
they are.
won't. No,
yeah,
they
they
won't.
are.
They
It's gonna be
won't do
so
it.
funny.
They won't do
It
it.
would be the perfect encapsulation of what's
The
wrong with the
NBA.
NBA.
That's a fact.
We came in here last week and we were talking about it, like
Yeah, I'm sick of the blowouts, man. I'll tell you that shit
not
right
not
now.
just the blowouts, but just like players
Oh,
not
yeah.
getting played and stuff. People paying all this money to see players and not playing at all. That would be the perfect representation.
That's why I think he's just going to break it. He has to break it.
What if the Lakers go out there and they start getting routed early? You can't like, I broke the record and we lost to OKC by 25.
Yeah, he might
You
wait till
gotta take
tomorrow
him
to
out
win
to
the
make sure
game.
you're winning as well.
If OKC, he don't even deserve to have the title if they just lose to OKC.
I mean, Lakers haven't been that
The
good.
Oklahoma City Thunder.
They suck. They
Haven't they
fucking
been-
suck
they've been
big
playing-
nuts.
They've been playing better,
What?
haven't they?
Dude, yeah, great. They won 15 games.
That's only like 8 less than the
That's
Lakers.
3
have.
handfuls.
Like
It
10
don't
less.
matter, though.
That's like 10 less,
Yeah.
right?
I don't care.
Let me look at their schedule.
Just wait till 2036.
They'll probably be nice next year.
No, 2036, all their greatest picks that they ever took would have been traded somewhere else, and they'll be waiting till 2040 with more picks.
Oh, true.
They always do that. They'll have like a 3-year run where all the dudes they drafted will be like the best in the league, and they might win a title, they might not, but then they're not going to be able to keep those guys. They're going to trade them, and it'll be like 2042. That will
Run
be
it
waiting.
back. Just
Run it
keep
back,
it going.
yeah.
The circle of OKC.
They beat the Rockets by 20. They got murdered by the Warriors. Yeah, they suck. They suck.
Who?
The Thunder. The Thunder,
they
yeah.
fucking blow. That's game might be the best though, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Anyway,
Giggles.
has there been? So the only record I could think of, Aaron Judge broke the non-steroid home run record that lasted 60
This
years.
is way more important.
I would say that
I
as
think
well.
so.
But what other records in our lifetime have been broken that have even been close to this?
That lasted that long?
I mean, we've seen all the passing yards go down, but
How long he had this record? Like 30, 40 years, 38, 39
so he retired.
years, 38
Well, he
years?
had it
That's
well
a long
before he
time.
retired.
And the
It's
guy
gotta be like
before
40.
him also had it for a long time.
He had it well before he retired, though, because he's
gonna
thousands
break the
behind,
next one, Luka?
above the next person. Benny Kareem set the
Oh, we don't
scoring
have to talk
record.
about that.
Yeah, but I think I saw
1984, he set it.
There's only a
8
handful of
months
people
before
that have ever had it.
LeBron was born. So he said it in 1984, and then he just
So what's
added
that,
on top of
39
it.
years?
I can't do math, man.
It's like 39?
38, because LeBron's
So you
38,
think there's
right?
like some 9-month-old out there right now that's gonna break it next?
Or
Yeah,
Lu-
it's almost
or
39
Luka.
years.
Hey man, or Luca.
No,
Luka's not gonna break it. He's too old.
Why not? He's already had like. All right,
No,
let's not take away from LeBron right now.
no.
Let's talk about LeBron.
Let's talk about LeBron first, and then we'll talk about who might break it, which I think is no one. But so
Giannis.
it's been almost 40 years.
Giannis can break it.
No.
You know what I mean? Come
All
on,
right,
man.
go ahead.
It's been
He's
almost
no
40
bad.
years. I don't really think there's been a record in our lifetime that's been broken that's this important. And I feel like not that many people care. Like
We
the
should care a
passing
lot.
yards records were broke and stuff, but like Brett Favre set those like 10 years before they were broken. Plus the NFL, it's just like everyone's going to break that record. Like
Right.
the top 10 passing, like Matt Ryan and Phillip Rivers might they're both going to be like top 10. And they're
For
not.
now, and there's like
Well,
you could be
Phillip
a
Rivers
scrub.
already is. Matt Ryan's going to be like top 5 possibly. And he sucks.
Yeah, he's not
He's
like
not even won
Can I give
MVP.
a side note real quick
What?
about Matt Ryan.
No.
yo. He's mad nice, right?
No, he's ass. But
He had one nice year under Kyle
listen
Shanahan.
though. Oh,
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. But he said he was gonna retire this year. I don't know if it was a meme, but I wanted to say this. He said I was gonna retire this year, but then Brady did. He said so. It's either I have to wait a year or I retire on 328.
Yeah.
It embraced the
That's
Yo.
definitely a meme.
That shit was funny as fuck.
He should retire though.
All right, who
Not
cares
to
about
talk
fucking
about
Matt
that.
Ryan?
My bad. I just
God
wanted to say
damn,
that.
man.
I had to say it. You said Matt Ryan and made me think of that joke or whatever it was.
can't-
Could have been real.
Sitting here trying to give LeBron his flowers.
Ooh, we have
This dude's bringing up Giannis, Luka, Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan might break his record.
So, yeah, he's about to break one of the longest lasting
Well, what is Phelps? Phelps has didn't Phelps have the
damn.
talking
Olympic
about
medal
swimming?
stuff? We're talking about swimming, yes.
He has the most medals.
What other Michael Phelps you know?
No, I'm saying, why would that be as important as? All right, my bad.
Olympics go back.
I don't. I've
way
never
deep.
sat there and watched swimming. I'm sorry.
I did, but Michael Phelps is going just because you got to witness greatness.
Yeah,
But
that's a fact. But
I
like,
didn't watch Michael Phelps
so
neither.
you think we just said that how Aaron Judge breaking the?
the home run record.
But now we're talking about Michael Phelps. This is
That's
weird.
pretty. I don't know.
Can
man.
we talk about LeBron?
Yes, let's talk about LeBron.
Dude.
You're talking about greats.
Yeah.
So, almost
Brady. Oh.
40 years after the record was broken, LeBron is finally going to break the fucking record.
Yeah.
Are people making a big enough deal about it?
I haven't even seen nothing
I
about
think
it.
no. Like it was a bigger deal when Steph was making the 3 record. Also, it was in the Garden too,
Yeah.
so that kind of gave it extra hype.
I actually want to see something. I think
But this is going to happen
I think
in
Clay
LA.
broke his own record last night. I don't know if he did it. My bad.
It's going to happen in LA where Kareem broke the record in LA. I don't know if he was actually in a home game, but I don't know. It's like he's on the fucking Lakers. He's about like the most storied franchise in basketball. He's about to break the record that has stood for 40 years against the guy that's arguably the 3rd best player of all time.
Excuse me.
It should be fucking huge. Kareem.
Oh, I was about to lose my shit.
Like,
What,
I
did
just
you
think
put
it should
LeBron
be.
third?
I thought he was putting LeBron.
No, I'm not putting LeBron third. It should be a way bigger deal. LeBron is. I'm not gonna say he's the greatest of all time, but he's making an enormous case for himself being the greatest of all time.
That's a fact.
He's gonna be number 1 in points. He's number 4 in assists. Probably won't pass that because he's like 800 behind Chris Paul, who's still playing. I don't know. It depends how much longer he plays.
That's crazy to think about, though. That should point God.
Well, he came in the league 3 years after LeBron.
Yeah, he's been around for a long
fair.
time.
That's all I heard when Josh talked. Go ahead.
So, as Maranta was saying before we got on the podcast, whether you say he's the greatest of all time or not, you have to give him his credit. He's the most. He's had the best career of all time.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that for sure we can say his career was the best of all time.
Yeah,
He had the 9 straight finals runs.
I'm a little.
I thought that was pretty impressive.
The East fucking sucked, but
It's tough to say though, man.
it is.
It sucked
is.
because
You
he
can't
was
just say
there.
that.
If he wasn't
he
there,
made it every time. And what I'll say is there's still not a player in the NBA, not Luka, not Jokic, not Giannis, who if they're on any team in the NBA, they immediately become a contender. None of those guys can say that. LeBron, throughout his entire prime, every single team he was on, he could have been on the fucking Magic, and they would have been a contender. I mean, Giannis is great, but he's always had decent teams.
Yeah, but not really. But we don't have. Let's not get.
No, Giannis
but
has
he
a
didn't make
good
the finals
supporting
though
cast.
when he didn't have the good teams. Is what I'm saying.
He drags those teams. Same thing with Jokic. He drags
all
these
those
teams.
guys do. They drag them, but they cannot drag them to the point.
All right, that's
If you put LeBron in 2009 or 2010, all the way up to 2018, 17, whenever he started slowing down, you could have put him on the fucking Magic,
Well, let's look over
and
his
I would have been
teams.
like, they're going to the finals.
Let's look over his teams then.
Look, Cleveland.
He had Matthew Dellavedova running around looking like me.
fair.
And won 2 games against the
That's
fucking
fair.
Warriors. The first
Fair. I said
iteration
it's
of
fair.
Cleveland.
I said it's fair.
I'm just saying, man. You're trying to act like these dudes are on the same level, and they're not.
I didn't say that.
Like, look at Luka,
But I'm saying these dudes drag their teams. Luka dragged his team.
and they have like a
Joker
close to
drags his
500
team.
record.
Giannis dragged his team, won a final.
That team was
Yeah,
good.
Middleton.
That team was good.
That team is not winning without Giannis.
Obviously
Well,
not.
no.
But I'm saying like these dudes ain't that good.
But you could plug
Chris
in another
Middleton is
star.
good. Drew
Chris
Holiday
Middleton
is good.
Lost his job to Pat Connaughton. Okay,
He's been hurt, bro.
He has been
give
injured.
a fuck.
And he drop 40 in one of the games in the fucking finals, or at least the Eastern Conference Finals.
Pull it up.
Man, you're not gonna do this, bro.
I'm
You're
not doing. I'm just saying.
Hey, while you're looking that up, how about Jaromir Jagr? He broke like the all-time goals scored and combined things or whatever.
Oh,
Jaromir
so
Jagr,
hockey.
like he finally beat Gretzky, but he's like they're counting his league in Czechoslovakia that he plays in.
Oh,
that's
that
like-
doesn't count.
That's how like Ichiro
like,
broke Pete
oh,
Rose's
come on,
record.
like you can't count Czechoslovakia.
Oh, that is.
Yeah,
That's like if
he
we're
was
giving
like
Dwight
he was a
Howard
hell of
the
a hockey
China
player,
points.
but I think he's about 90 and he's still playing and he's in Czechoslovakia playing.
90?
I don't know if he's like 50.
That
But
dude's
he's still
playing
scoring
in
goals in Czechoslovakia. But he finally has like 1,100 goals or something combined in all-time hockey. I'm not saying that's the
I
same.
get it,
as-
I get it.
I'm just kind of like when everybody's like reaching to try to find something. Like, well, what about Jagr? Like, doesn't count. He's
Yeah.
playing in Czechoslovakia.
Ichiro broke Pete Rose's record, but if you count the Japanese hits,
We're not counting those.
I know.
Yeah, you can't count
So Chris
that
Middleton
shit.
in the finals.
But those people that hate LeBron, they're gonna try to find some stupid stat
Yeah.
because
But real quick though.
No.
before you tell
I'm
me
going
this-
through this. I'm going
Yeah,
through
but
this. 29-7-4 game 1. Game 2 sucked. 11-6-8. Game 3 decent. 18-7-6. Game 4 46-4. Game 5 29-7-5. Come on.
But all that is because go pull up Giannis' shit.
No, I know.
Second of
I know.
all, the only reason he's scoring like that is because Giannis is on the team.
But that's a ridiculous.
There's 4
statement to make.
people on Giannis. Yes, you can shoot.
Listen. Name a player.
Why do you think
Name a
Matt
player.
Dellavedova was scoring?
Name a player on the
Because
Cavs.
everyone was on LeBron.
Okay. That's cool.
Fuck.
You could say that about every fucking every best player to ever win a finals. You could say that about. Fucking name a player on the first iteration of the Cavs that is even close to Drew Holiday or Chris Middleton. You can't name one. And we're not even talking about Brook Lopez, who's a good player. You can't name
not
one,
saying
bro.
Brook Lopez
Then
blows.
you're
But
bogging,
he's
bro.
all right,
Those
he's
teams
all
are
right.
good.
No, he's all right.
But my point remains is I do not think LeBron's the greatest ever, but I'm going to make the argument for him being the greatest ever right now because he fucking deserves it. He's going to be number 1 in points. He's 4th in assists. He has over 10,000 rebounds. He has 4 titles. He, like I said, is the only player.
Double in his career of points, rebounds, and assists.
Facts.
That's insane.
What would you call a
like top
triple
10 in the league.
quadruple? Because it's all five digits. This man.
Well, that wouldn't be quadruple. Quadruple's 4.
Quadruple's 4. What's Quinn? There you go.
Quinn what?
Quinn, like quintuplet.
Quintuplet. That's
Maybe
5 kids. Man.
I don't know, man. You get what I'm saying. He's got like
That's a
5
lot of
kids
kids.
too, and like 2 of them are about to go pro. Another thing, way better dad than Jordan. So if we're taking stuff off, we're taking stuff off the court. LeBron is the GOAT. LeBron is so much
Okay.
better than Jordan if we're counting shit off the court. I don't know, man. It's huge. Like we're seeing the biggest athlete of
No, it's a
our
fact.
lifetimes.
Yeah.
If you're 30 or under, this is the biggest athlete. I mean, you can make the argument for Tom Brady. But LeBron. I mean,
Nah, it's gotta
the
be
biggest
LeBron.
American athlete of our lifetime is about to break the biggest record in his sport.
And no one cares.
Some people care, but not enough people do, man. I don't
even see
know.
this shit.
think
Well,
'cause the Lakers
some
aren't that
people
good?
care enough to pay $100,000 a ticket. Let's just talk about that first.
Well,
That's true.
think about that, though.
$100,000 a ticket is wild, and he might not break it tonight. It's a 36 points.
He's breaking it tonight.
He averages 30 a game.
You know how bad it would be for the NBA if he doesn't break it tonight?
I think it
Not
would be
that
better
bad.
for the NBA because then he breaks against the Bucks.
yeah, you get to people can tune in to
These
watch
motherfuckers,
2
though,
times
paid
in a row.
so much money.
You get to have him on the floor with the first team that Kareem was ever on. He's on the floor with Giannis, who is like one of the people who's going to take the
Wait.
torch now that he's retiring.
This
soon.
game's in OKC or it's in LA?
He
No,
said
they're both in
He
LA.
said
okay.
he's not retiring soon. Just so
He's
you
got,
guys
he's
know.
got to. He just can't. I mean,
Why not? Go
2
pull
more
this
years,
shit up.
2 more years, 3 more years maybe, but
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of years.
I mean, we said Tom Brady was done like a while back.
yeah, but not for nothing. Dude's performing at high peak.
yeah, he is.
Tom Brady still
Exactly.
played and was ass.
Well, 2
This
years
dude
ago
is
he was very good though.
like, yeah,
What?
2 years
2
ago,
years
he
ago
was
he was
good.
the second in MVP
Yeah, but the-
voting.
This
You guys
year,
know what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But
This
like,
dude is still playing at MVP level.
What I'm saying
Tom
is that,
Brady isn't.
but that
but-
could happen in a year. Next year he could go from 30 to 20.
yeah, like Tom Brady was MVP level 2 years
Last
ago.
year.
That's fair. I see what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
And
I'll-
even
I'll
like
take that one.
this year, he's out there with Todd Bowles, and the team's kind of old and slow.
And he retired.
Yeah, so
And the
I
Lakers
mean,
suck. Is he just
the
going to sit
Lakers
there?
are trash.
Is he going to sit there dragging them to 500 records for the next 2 or 3 years?
Maybe.
No, Kyrie's coming.
Tyrese not coming. He just signed an extension. 2 years, $40 million.
He's on an extension.
He's 2 years, $80 million. My bad, $40 million a year.
I saw some things saying that they could get him in the offseason. I was hyped.
Nope.
Just
Sign an
anything to put
extension.
them back together.
Why don't they go
is
after
there,
Van
anything
Vliet?
else? Is there anything else
If
you guys
Van
want to
Vliet-
say about LeBron before we start
I-
talking about actual
I
basketball?
don't know, I'm starting to feel like he has to be considered for number one.
You could absolutely
I just said,
consider him.
like for a while, I'm like, nah. But like,
What's the
I don't
over
s-
under on his points today?
I think it's like 31.5, but I'll double check it. Everyone's gonna be betting on his over, bro. Vegas is not letting this happen, man.
It's gonna happen
They have
next
to.
game.
I really think he's gonna like you said off the air that he's gonna like get to like 30, and then he's gonna like I think I'm gonna sit down because they want him to do it against the Bucks because and what was
31.5.
What was Kareem's thing when he would score a basket?
The
It was
sky hook.
Like somebody was saying he'll do a sky hook when he breaks the record, like just to be a jerk.
you can bet on that.
Yeah, you could
That-
bet
that's
on how he
definitely
breaks it.
something
Well,
you can
hey,
If you
bet
guys
on.
think
some
that-
beef.
Yeah.
They do
Listen
have
though, if
beef.
you guys think that's how he's gonna do it, it's like plus 54.
I don't think he would do that. There are certainly players that do it. He won't do that.
But you could bet
He's
on
got
him
too much
to break
respect
the
for the
record
guy's
against the Bucks dunking. It's like plus $5,400.
Dunking is high.
Yeah,
I feel like dunking would be the
it's
lowest
on
one.
FanDuel.
Logo shot. What's
So his
logo
over
shot?
under right now, his over under right now is 31.5.
I'll pull up all the bets real quick while we're on here. Fuck it.
The only
Where
record
would
that
you
I
even go to
really
look
saw
for
that
that?
was
I
cool
got it,
that
I
I
got
saw break was when Gretzky broke the single season scoring record against the Sabres in the third period at the very end of the game. The Sabres outplayed Edmonton like the whole freaking game, and then Gretzky just decided to be Gretzky, and he just scored 3 goals in like 5 minutes in the third period.
Well, that's why
Yeah, I
They're giving
remember
him a
watching
boost.
that, and
He
I
just
like,
ripped
so
him
I
a
want to
boost.
watch LeBron break the record because I want to see that.
Are you guys ready?
Like, so I think but that Gretzky breaking that single season record is probably one of the biggest ones that I remember watching.
Well, that's what I want to compare it to
You
because
wanna hear
that's
all these bets.
not really. I don't really care that much. We'll talk about it in a second.
You don't care about what I have to say.
I do, but like we gotta stick on point.
Go
We have to
ahead,
stick on point.
This is on point.
No, that's a bet on how he's gonna do it. I'm trying to talk about how big of a deal that it is.
It is a big deal.
Gretzky, right? Ovechkin might pass Gretzky in goals, but he's like what? Like
You know,
800.
if anybody catches him, it'll be McDavid anyway because McDavid's on it.
McDavid's so
but if
fucking
McDavid
good.
was to beat it, it would be
So
what?
even
like
if
50
Ovechkin
years?
does it, it'll be like, who cares? Because they know McDavid's going to do it. And Ovechkin's on a team that's not going to win anything. Like, that's the other thing, too. Like, I think that's one of the reasons why people don't seem to care as much about LeBron because really people don't really think the Lakers are going to win anything.
They were irrelevant last year too.
I feel
doesn't
like when
matter
you're
to
on a
anything.
team and you're relevant, like Gretzky was with Edmonton, I think you got to be like showing me that you're going to win. I think, you know what I mean? Like I think maybe
Well-
that's why Judge got a little bit more credit because
He
the
dragged it-
Yankees
he
were
dragged
stunk,
the Yankees
and then
to
he
the
stunk
playoffs,
in
yeah.
like, and I only know about how bad he was in the playoffs because you told me that. So.
But what
He was
I'm
real
I'm more saying because
It was
of
Mr.
It's the
Strikeout.
only baseball.
not
I
the
watch.
goals, but the
Dude
points.
sucks.
yeah.
So like when Ovechkin passed Gretzky in goals, it's going to be a big deal. But no one has came close to his points record,
Right.
which is the same thing for
And he
Kareem.
doesn't have championships, so no one's like arguing that Ovechkin's
yeah.
the best ever because I think he only won like once, where Gretzky won 3 times or whatever. he
That's what I'm
ended
saying.
up winning.
We're talking about a dude that dragged his teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's that big of a deal. Like, no one's even close to Gretzky in hockey, and maybe McDavid will be at some point for total points.
He will.
No one else in the NBA is close to Kareem. Like, no one has came close to Kareem. Karl Malone is, like, within 2,000 points of him. He would have had to play another – I mean, I'm not really doing the math, but, like, 82 games where you need to average around 30 points a game to get over 2,000 points. He's not doing that as an old man, so he probably would have had to play another 4 or 5 seasons.
You could do it like 20 –
You get what I'm saying. When Karl Malone retired, he was averaging like 10, 11 points a game.
Right.
Like, no one is even close. KD, who's won 4 or 5 scoring titles, isn't even close. These guys aren't even close, and LeBron is about to do it. Like, that's
And like you said,
unreal.
he's not done. He's probably going to play a couple more years. So he's
up in this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's
no
got
one
like
is-
2
and
or
that-
3,
that's the
4
next
years
thing I
left.
I don't know if
get to.
anybody's actually going to be able to catch LeBron.
No one will because of the modern day NBA.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like how it's not quite as, but like, okay, baseball. Cy Young has like 560 wins. But they used to pitch their starting pitchers every day. They were throwing like 70 miles an hour. Their
Right.
arms could deal with it.
With load management, they're not going to be playing
Now
as many
baseball
games.
has load management. No one will ever catch that. It's going to be the same thing with basketball. No one plays 82 games. And even
LeBron
if they do,
played that
they'll-
extra 4 years or whatever because he didn't go to college.
well,
Yeah.
most people
I
don't go
mean,
to
so
college. Well,
young.
they only go to college for
Oh,
1
true.
year.
LeBron don't play every game.
He did though in his
I know, but
prime.
like the last couple of years,
But he's
he
old
sits a
now.
lot.
But I'm saying Luka doesn't play every game now. Like, young guys don't play every game now. LeBron played. I mean, let's look at it. I'm pretty sure he played over 75 games for like 10 years straight or something.
I believe that.
And
I know last year I think it was.
Oh yeah, he was like
it's
league,
going to get
league
broken,
in minutes.
but it'll
like
be
a couple
another
years.
40
he couldn't
years.
get MVP or he couldn't get the scoring title last
You guys
year
will
'cause
all
he
be
didn't play enough
retired,
games
sitting around
or
the
some
couch
shit like that.
talking about
That's
remember
corny.
when LeBron did it. I mean, like, it'll be another 40 years because nobody ever thought that anybody would catch this record.
Right.
so he is
Because of
played.
the modern day basketball, blah, 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 all the stuff that they
Somebody
said.
will do it.
But it
Records are set
plus
to
the
be broke.
circumstances will change. They'll have the 4-point line, or who knows,
The
they'll
4-point
add
line could
games
do
or
it.
whatever. Who knows what they'll do? But it'll eventually be broken. But it will be 30 years.
So he's played over 75 games
Shit, I gotta take this call.
in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The lockout season, I'm not going to count, even though he played every single game of the lockout season. 9, 10. So 11 of his first 10 years, he played at least 75 games, which players
Yeah, that's like
don't-
a full season.
Yeah,
Look
and
at
he played the
Kawhi.
full. He did not miss a single game of the lockout season, which was 62 games, and when he won the championship in Miami. And he averages the 5th most points per game for his career out of everyone. The only people who scored more per game than him is Jordan at 30, Wilt at 30, but slightly lesser 30, and then KD, and I forgot who the other person is, averages like 0.1 points per game more than LeBron does for his career. So the fact
KD
that
has
he's
more points per game than LeBron.
by less than a point. They both have like around 28. So to score top 5 per game,
Not only that, his durability too.
yeah, to play as long as he has, to play as many games per season as he has, and to come in the NBA because like Kobe, right? Kobe's was a better scorer than LeBron at their peak, but Kobe took 3 years to get there. He was averaging like 15, 17, 20 his first 3 years. LeBron came in 20, jumped up to 25, and then has been at 28 or more every single season since.
Yeah, LeBron was nice off rip. Just
I don't think anyone's ever going to break this record because if the NBA is going to change anything, they're going to make less games in the season. They're going to drop from 82 to 70. If they do anything, they're going to do that. The only way I could see it is if they don't change the games, they add a 4-point line, which I don't think they'll do, but if they do, they add a 4-point line, and like the offenses are becoming more open nowadays. Like Luka's a great scorer, but to score 5 50-point games in a season, it's just like 50-point games aren't as big as they used to be. That like they cater to offense a lot more now.
yeah, that happen more often. Look at Donovan Mitchell just went crazy.
Yeah, but I just don't see like Luka doesn't have the body type to stay in a game for 22 years. Like
Oh no,
like-
he's out there drinking beers after the playoff game.
yeah, I mean, just the combination of everything. I don't think we're ever gonna see someone do this. I mean, even like I didn't even mention, he spends $1 million a year on his body. It just
No, the dedication to his craft, the durability of him. Like up
Yeah.
until that year on the Lakers, he barely missed. He missed no time.
yeah. So he didn't
His
start really
first year on the
taking
Lakers,
days
he got
off
hurt.
until like the last 2-3 years.
But
So
like
he-
a major injury, like that ankle. I think it was his ankle. His first year on the Lakers.
Yeah, he played 55 games.
He
that
missed
year,
a lot of games,
but he
from
played 82
injury.
games the year before that.
Yeah, 82. Just everyone.
Yeah, led the league in games played. The league's in minutes played. At 33, he did that. He's led the league in minutes played 3 times. Look, the fact that he's doing all this, he never had a major injury until he was 35 years old, and it wasn't even major. He missed like the last month and a half of the season. It's a perfect storm. I don't really see how anyone could beat it. Luka's not going to be in the league long enough. Giannis, he might be in the league long enough, but he just doesn't have the body to. When he's old, he's not going to be able to do this.
He can't just run in there forever.
Giannis, who probably has the body to do this for 25 years, sucked his first 3 or 4 seasons. Like, averaged 7 points his rookie year. So, like, he's already so far in the hole. I just don't see it happening. I just don't think it's ever going to happen again, and I think people need to appreciate it, man. There's some records in sports that just can't be broken.
I can see some kid coming out if they can, like, equal out, like, the Steph Curry three-point shot and just volume crazy since they're, like, 20 years old.
Maybe, man.
If you just rip threes your whole career, like.
But even look at Curry, man. Like, he averages less per game than LeBron, and he hits more threes than anyone that's ever lived.
True.
I don't know. I don't really see it happening. I think this is like with Joe DiMaggio's 56 hits in a row, 56 days in a row with a hit, Gretzky's points. Like, I just don't think it's ever going to be broken. There obviously something can happen, but you got to think, man, 40 years, and if you take LeBron out of the equation, no one has come close.
Bronny.
Jordan would have beat it if he stayed in the league, but other than that, no one's come close.
But Jordan was out playing baseball, hitting the casinos.
That's what I'm saying. If Jordan would have not skipped those 2 years, maybe stayed another 2 years on the back end, he would have passed him. I mean, Jordan's still 5th, and he played like 13 real years in the NBA. And everyone ahead of him has played like 20. But, I mean, that's it. Karl Malone, like I said, is 2,000 points. He would have had to play until he was 47 to break it. It's unreal. So now we can talk about, do you think it happens tonight? Or not.
Laying out earlier that the Bucks thing, I don't see it happening. And 36, like, he could not do it tonight and then still. The only way I could see it happen tonight is if it's in, like, dramatic fashion. Like, game winner type. That would be very epic. But otherwise, like, it's OKC. You could just do it the next game. The ratings will be up 2 games in a row.
OKC's defense does suck. I will say that. So he has.
And who's guarding him? My bad.
So he scored.
Who's guarding him though?
The man, he has dropped.
Tell me who's guarding him.
I don't fucking know who's guarding him. We'll see when they play. Giddy's gonna clamp him. So his last 4 games: 27, 26, 28, 41. He scored 41 against Boston. He scored 46 2 days before that. He scored 37 the day before that against Portland. He scored.
I have to say first Portland
because I have to. I mean, the last time he played a team, he played Sacramento, who's got a bad defense, scored 32. He played Houston, who's got probably the worst defense in the league.
The only thing though,
he scored 48. So
AD wasn't playing in none of those games.
That's true. Let's look at the NBA's worst defensive teams.
He had to do it more himself.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm like, fuck, but because AD's good for 25.
Team
25
defense.
and a broken ankle.
He's back.
So this
I
year,
want the Lakers to be good, like bad. Like watching the playoffs with LeBron not in it is not the same.
Right.
Defensive rating will go by. The Celtics are the 4th best, and he dropped 40 against them.
With no AD though, we have to remember that.
I know. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Still, the Celtics are good.
Yeah, but like.
Okay, the
talking
Thunder
about
aren't as
LeBron.
bad defensively as I thought.
James. Okay.
The Thunder are
LeBron
12th
who?
in defensive rating.
So you
I
should
thought
put up 60.
I thought they were better.
Worse.
So they're top
Like
half of the
lower?
league.
I thought they were worse.
They were top half of the league defense.
I thought they were a lot worse than that.
No, their defense is
Barely.
good. They just suck.
So points per game though.
Who we
How do you
talking
look at that?
OKC.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
So you think he breaks it tonight?
Yeah, dude, only because. You know how mad people will be? They paid $100,000.
What are they gonna do?
So what?
NBA got
Boycott
theirs.
the next game.
Get it back in blood, bro.
Yeah, and
Go hit
we'll
up
never
John
come to
Morant.
your next game.
No, they're coming. I guarantee you, half the motherfuckers who had enough money to pay $100,000 on a ticket are going to the game.
They'll be
against
there
the
the next
Bucks.
game.
Yeah,
They don't even got to catch a flight.
they probably bought the ticket already.
Yeah, but like, what's a better way to do it?
That's
Though?
smart
Hear me out.
investment.
What's a better way to break the record? Scoring the 36 or scoring 30 and then just getting 6 points in the next game.
It will look a lot better in the fourth quarter. The game's close. He's got 34. Dunks on someone's head or like hits a three in someone's face, puts the team up.
Because it would be cool to do it against the Bucks, but that means he's only going to need 4 points.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit one of these.
Yeah, it'd be like the first quarter of the game. Then you gotta watch the second, third, and fourth. Like, like the best thing that happened already happened.
He's probably going to do it by free throws, too. It's not even
Yeah,
gonna be a
I was
dunk.
just thinking that. What if it's a false shot?
That would be great.
Nah, if he was smart, he would miss them on purpose.
Yo, I think I would do that.
I
in
would
that
miss
situation,
it.
too.
No, you
throws?
gotta try and
Just
win
like
the game.
throw it at the crowd.
That's
you know?
gross. Yeah, you don't want
No.
free throws.
And by the way, for $100,000, I better get a chance to get that damn ball. Because at least, like, if I spend that much money going to a baseball
That's a fair
game,
point, man.
I got a chance of catching the damn
guy that
ball.
caught
that,
But you
yeah.
ain't getting the basketball.
Everyone
What are you
that
getting?
didn't-
Except I was there. Like,
They
I
should
don't know.
release
At
the
least
shirt.
at baseball, you're like, I don't know. I could catch the ball.
Well, for $100,000, they should take the ball after. LeBron sign it and then raffle it to like
LeBron's
on a
keeping
random-
that
LeBron's
ball.
keeping that ball.
LeBron's
That's a
keeping
fact.
that
Hey,
ball.
I think, yeah, it's a
That's
fact.
in that.
This guy plays
That's
his
in
whole
that
life.
room in that movie.
I will run on that
About his
court
house,
Yeah, the
and
house
steal
party.
the ball.
house party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll run on the court and steal the ball. I'm flying to LA tonight.
I don't know. I'm
How
definitely.
much do you think that ball would be worth?
I mean, what the Tom Brady touchdown record, whatever, was like
The
what?
600th
Like,
or whatever?
what was it, like $4 million or something? I don't even remember. That shit
I don't either.
it sold for something crazy.
Really?
Yeah, and this I
That
mean,
was to Mike
This
Evans,
is
right?
more than that, though.
Way
Yeah.
more.
He
chucked it
It's
in the
probably
crowd.
gonna be worth like $10 million.
I would if he signs it too,
Well, he's gonna keep it for himself.
he might sell it. Who knows?
Pass it
He's
on
gonna
down
keep
to his
it.
kid, child.
Why would he not keep it?
Here you go.
I mean, yeah, he's too rich to care about the
Yeah.
money it would be worth.
It's not like Jordan. He's not just
And
gonna
if-
flip it.
Now, if something ever happened to him, he went broke.
Never,
Got that ball.
never, man. He's got too many income streams. He could have 10 income streams, drop tomorrow, and still be making millions.
You know what
Smart,
I'm saying, man.
Smart man, dude. But yeah, anyway, we'll be watching the game. I'll be watching the game. I know you'll be watching the game. Donnie just be like in the wind sometimes. Be watching the game at your house. Or you're gonna go to bed so you can wake up at 4 a.m. and do some computer stuff.
Hey,
You don't know yet?
I
You gotta witness history.
No,
man.
if you want to come to my house, watch the game. We can watch the game. I'll get pizza.
Let's do it.
If you don't, then
You're
I
gonna
probably
go to
just
bed.
won't watch it.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
You're just about to let this happen, not be able to
You
tell
a
your
Lakers
kids in the
fan?
future.
Maybe I'm just betting on it being the next day, and I want to see it happen today.
Dude, there's no way he does it the next day.
Would it be?
It just doesn't
Then
make
you got to
sense.
stay up late, too.
FanDuel says that it's more likely to happen against Milwaukee than against.
Because
Well,
he needs
yeah.
36 points.
I know.
But
What
it
if he
just,
does it
I
in the-
just, I,
What if he
I'm-
does it in the first half?
All right, now pull up the. What
That
he
would
can
be
do.
sick.
How he can do it.
You act like
All in
LeBron
good
can't
time,
score
man. You gotta
36
trust
on
me.
OKC in one half.
He could, man.
He should do that.
You guys ready? There's a lot of them.
God damn. There's like 13 of them.
Yeah,
Yo,
ready?
your text is so small. That's like size 13 font.
Gotta make sure you get everything in the one picture. LeBron James scores 38,388th regular season point with a layup and scored 25 points in the same game. Plus 195. LeBron James scores 38,388th regular season point with a layup and record 2 made threes in the same game. Plus 230.
Ooh, I like that one.
LeBron James to score his 38,388th regular season point with a layup and to score 30 points in the same game. Plus 290. LeBron James to score
All
his
right, you're not reading all these, dude. Oh my God, it's still going.
Yeah,
No, there's
read
like 20 of them.
All right.
So I'll just start with plus 1,500. LeBron James that scores 38,380th regular season point with a dunk and record 3+ threes in the same game plus 1,500. That's kind of fire. If he does it tonight, he's going to hit all of that.
Yeah, he's got to hit 3 threes if
Yeah,
he
you
does
just
it.
gotta have
Put
the
that in my
dunk.
Bet slip. LeBron James that scores 388th, whatever.
Put $10 on
All
it
his
right now.
points. Regular season point with the layup and record a triple-double in the same game. It's only plus 1,600.
He's not scoring a triple-double.
He might.
Not if he's going to get all the
LeBron
points.
James just scores 38,388th regular season point with a dunk and record 10 rebounds in the same game. Plus 1,600.
He could get those.
LeBron James just scores regular season points with a free throw and record 10 assists in the same game. Plus 1,900.
So what's the least, like the worst odds shot selection?
Like the plus,
Dunk is the worst one?
Well, plus 4,600.
Yeah, but
is
those
LeBron
are like
James.
parlays.
LeBron James just scores 38,388th point in the regular season point with a dunk.
Wait,
and
what was the
recorded
number
triple
again?
double. 38,388. It's plus 4,600.
That might be worth it, man.
Maybe, but they have a boost tonight, and it's LeBron James to score 30-plus points versus the Thunder.
It's not happening. It's
I
a
don't think it's
boost
happening
too.
now.
It's
Yeah.
definitely not happening tonight.
It only
Yeah,
got
but it's not
boosted
boosted
to
by
plus 100.
DraftKings. DraftKings is the NBA, right? I don't know. DraftKings is NFL. FanDuel's the NBA. Yeah, he's dropping 29 tonight.
Damn,
Justin Herbert boost, 1 touchdown.
I'll never
0.
forget that shit, man. I'm about to go. I want to go look at something though.
And there's no way he gets close but doesn't do it. Unless
Dude,
they're losing.
he's only plus 130 to score 35 points tonight though.
Like there's a 0% chance he scores 32. And
They're gonna lose a lot
they're
of
like
money
winning.
if he does it tonight. Everyone's taking that, dude.
Dude, people might be on the under thinking like you guys are thinking.
I don't know, man.
You want to take him to get 40? It's only plus 330.
That's not good odds. I feel like you should get more than that.
That's what I'm
For
saying.
40,
He's
but
probably gonna crush the shit.
if you hit
he's about to
36,
get
you're
it.
hitting
He's
40.
He's hitting it. Vegas knows something. They're only giving you plus 330 for a 40-point game. He's got like 3 40-point games all year.
Why don't we just ask LeBron?
Tweet him.
You got his number, bro? All right. Well,
I'll tell you right now. Let me see what AD's points are. 27 and a half. Fuck.
we'll see tonight.
That's a fact.
Um,
We can move to Kyrie, man.
Yeah, other big news, and we didn't. This is the first episode we started with basketball since like before football season. We should have started with the flag football.
I didn't even watch it.
No, I didn't either. All right, so biggest news
Didn't watch.
outside of LeBron, Kyrie Irving, biggest clown
Back to LeBron.
in the history of sports.
Why is Kyrie a clown?
He's a clown.
I want to know why he's a clown.
No, he's not.
This dude does.
Why is he a clown?
So I saw a picture, and he got traded to the Mavericks. All right,
Let's
this is
fire
why
him.
he's a clown.
Let's fire
This
him.
man, they
I was
made a
just hoping
graphic.
for the Lakers so bad.
They made a graphic. It's like Kyrie Irving plays well enough and is quiet for about 5 seconds that teams want him, so they keep him for a year. Next year, he destroys their team by creating some ridiculous drama. They have to trade him for less than he's worth because he's signing all this drama. Does good with that team for a year. Everyone thinks it's all going to be good, and then everything just keeps rotating. This man, outside of Cleveland when he had LeBron keeping him in his fucking place, has been nothing but a fucking failure.
Well, he wanted out of Cleveland too. He wanted to go.
Yeah, he wanted to be
wanted
his
his
own.
own
I want my
team.
He
own
went to
team.
Boston, and they got better with Kemba Walker. He left, and they got Kemba Walker, and they got better.
And Jason Tatum stepped into a role. So don't
It
take
was
away
only,
from that.
it was only 1 year
That's
later.
all I'm saying.
It was one.
They got
year.
worse though. They were better the year before
Yeah.
without him.
Oh, okay.
Remember they were in the Eastern Conference
Yeah.
Finals versus LeBron.
Wait, was that Kyrie with the mask? That was Boston, right?
Yeah.
He was nice. He was nice.
He's always
though.
been nice.
Yeah, but he was
He's
nice
a
with
nice
that mask,
individual
boy.
player, but how are you on the third best team in the East?
And
You
with
have
the
a
Nets,
chance, and you're with
remember,
Kevin Durant.
Wait, hang on. Remember last year with the Nets? I think it was last year. He just went MIA.
Yeah, because he didn't
He
want to
just
get
was
the
like, you know
vaccine.
what? I don't want to play.
Yeah, they had
I'm not going
James
to play for a
Harden.
couple weeks.
They had James Harden, KD, and they were the favorites
He's
to win the
probably a
title.
terrible teammate.
He's the worst.
He's got to be a bad teammate.
LeBron had to go up to him one game and be like, "You're the point guard. Why did you have 0 assists today?" He's like, "Never let that happen again."
He said that to him?
Yeah, it was
me
a
see.
big thing.
Pull it up.
I'm not, dude. It's from
I'm
like
just
4
kidding, I'm
years
just
ago.
kidding.
Called
just kidding.
LeBron. He told him that.
This dude Kyrie is just like, he's the worst, man.
I don't think.
I'll tell
he's-
you one thing. He can't ruin the Mavs.
I don't think he's that bad of a teammate because everyone seems to still like KD. I think still likes him. LeBron wanted
There
him to
ain't
come
no
to the
way KD
Lakers
still likes him.
again.
Yo, if I
Because
was
LeBron
KD,
knows he can put him in his place. LeBron's like, I'm LeBron. Kyrie will do what I say. KD doesn't have that in him. Russ just baby back bitched KD their entire time together.
I'll tell you right now. I think the Nets are going to be better without Kyrie. I do.
I do too, man.
I do.
They got Finney Smith and Dinwiddie. People
Yeah, but
forget
then,
how
yo,
good Dinwiddie
hear me
was.
out though.
He's good.
Dinwiddie. Yo, when Luka don't play, Dinwiddie crushes.
Just like Brunson did.
Yeah. So, and Brunson's crushing for you guys.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. We got to talk about the Mavs. The
So
Mavs fumbled the bag.
Dude, I think so.
They-
I don't think they might not have gotten better actually.
They haven't. Like, listen, this is the criticism I made of Luka last year. I'm not going to say who said I was wrong, but someone did. That Luka holds the ball for way too long. He's a great player, but he doesn't initiate offense as much as he should. It's more like I'm going to hold the ball, try to get my own shot, and if I can't do
That's
some
not
crazy
true.
behind the back He has the
not true what you're
highest
saying,
usage rate. He has like a top 5 usage rate in the entire NBA
But like,
history.
let's look over some shit.
There's nothing to look over.
His
He
team
has the
sucked.
ball more than anyone. No, they didn't. He had Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson's averaging 16 points a game with him. He gets hurt, kills in the first round of the playoffs. They win a series without Luka because Brunson is balling so hard. Now they're like, oh, Brunson's not that good. Nobody thought Brunson was that good. We signed him for $25 million a year in the NBA. That is nothing. And now he's dropping 24 and 6 a game, hitting clutch shot after clutch shot after clutch shot. So is Brunson not that good? Are these players around him not that good, or is he not giving them the ball?
It's probably
Look,
that's why I'm thinking
Kyrie.
about it now. I don't know if
Kyrie gonna
Kyrie's
get
a good
his.
fit because they both need the ball.
Exactly. And the
It's
way
kind of how LeBron and Russ clashed, and how they put Russ on the bench because they both need the ball in their hand.
well, no. So LeBron plays off ball more than people understand. Like when LeBron went to
yeah,
the
but
Heat,
the offense is ran through him, and when Russ is out there, the offense has to be ran through him.
Yeah, but the thing is LeBron doesn't need the offense to be ran through him every time. It's just that he wants to because he knows Russ is not.
Right, but
he used to
what I'm
let
saying,
Wade run
that's
the
why
offense.
they bump heads.
Kyrie,
But it's gonna
yeah.
be the same thing. I feel like now.
I don't know. I mean,
It's hard having a big 3 or a big 2 or whatever you want to call it.
you need a clear number one.
Yeah,
Well,
you
I
need
don't
a clear number 1.
see Luka
With
just
good role
being
players.
alpha over Kyrie. Like I don't see Kyrie
No,
going
he
for
is.
that. Yeah, but I don't see Kyrie going.
You
for
don't
that.
have to. Luka's
He
a
has
dog.
to. Luka will tell him to sit down. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do. That's Luka's team.
You know how good Kyrie is?
Do you know how good Luka Doncic is?
Luka Doncic has
Dude,
accomplished more
what?
as a single player.
Dude, no, stop. What are you talking about?
He's saying from Kyrie's perspective, and I agree. Kyrie's not just going to accept it.
Kyrie got killer instinct in him too.
He was on KD's team, and it wasn't good enough for him.
But you think Kyrie's better than Luka?
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
That's where I'm going
You-
at. I
you
don't give a fuck
hesitating
what you
on
guys
that?
are talking about.
You hesitating on that is crazy.
That's where I was going. That's
Yeah.
what I heard when you started talking. No
You-
way you would think Kyrie's better than Luka. There's no way.
I would be very happy to have the ball in Kyrie's hand at the end of the game.
Over Luka's. You've never
The
watched
dude
Luka
who's been
play.
hitting game winners,
Hold on.
brought them to the Western
You
Conference
haven't
Finals.
watched Luka play. Just tell me that.
I've watched Luka in the playoffs.
And he brought him to the Western Conference Finals. He was hitting game winners.
I've seen Kyrie do that too.
Yeah, Kyrie is one of the most clutch shooters in the league, but
Send me Luka. That dude shit's butter. I don't give a fuck.
I've
I've seen Kyrie like miss. He go 10 for 40 from the field. You won't see that from Luka.
I missed that game.
Not literally. But I'm telling you, like, there's games like, yeah, he might heat up, but like the one game they were getting crushed, he was like 3 for 19. Luka would never be 3 for 19.
now Luka's gonna be a GOAT. Luka's gonna be top 5 of all time. But
It's a fact.
what
Top
I'm
5 all
saying
Yeah.
for right now,
You never
no,
watched
that's-
Luka play.
He's gonna be top 5.
He couldn't have watched Luka
He's gonna
play.
be top 5.
There's no way you do. That dude is too good.
He's just so slow.
He hits shots
He's
you don't.
not.
What?
He's slow.
Yeah, he's just white, so you think he's moving slower than he is.
That's got to be what it is.
I don't know.
This
Like,
dude, man.
so James Harden, the year that he had no one on his team,
James Harden
had the
sucks.
No, James Harden is mad nice.
What the fuck has he done?
Can we stick on point?
What has he done though?
Can we stop?
Someone
Stop.
tell me what James Harden's
He's
done.
done right now. He's done more than Luka has. I think Luka's better.
James
but
Harden
let's
would
not
have won a
this conver-
championship if
Let's
Chris
not have this
Paul's ankle
conversation,
didn't roll.
please. James Harden played that way. That Luka
He's a terrible
plays
teammate,
now.
though.
Yeah, he is.
And that's
James
why he'll
Harden?
never. Yes,
No,
Bro.
he's not.
dude, he's a terrible teammate.
You need to take Adderall or something.
I probably.
You cannot.
You guys are
take on
you guys are
point.
bothering me with these players.
I'm saying
You just keep listing all the
stylistically.
players I like. Kyrie, James Harden, these guys are cool. They hit shots.
They are terrible teammates, and they don't
They
do
are
nothing.
hoopers. They score.
They don't win.
That's not James Harden's fault.
Listen,
It is James Harden's fault. You ever see him in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Fucking blows.
A lot of the playoffs he does blow.
He fucking sucks.
They
Harden.
would have beat the best team of all time if Chris Paul didn't get hurt.
That's
in
what
that game
you can
5
say
or
that about
6.
Chris Paul's every playoff appearance. If he didn't get hurt, that's not anyone. All right, go ahead.
And I don't even like Chris Paul like
I
that.
gotta stop.
the year
I'm gonna blow a
before
fucking eye vessel.
Chris Paul went to Houston, James Harden played the same way. He would have the ball, ISO, try to get the shot. He kind of learned to play with Chris Paul, but they also would stagger their minutes so they weren't on the court at the same time because they sometimes couldn't play off ball.
Can I say something?
Luka
real
and
quick?
Kyrie
I
need
gotta
to
say
learn to play off of each other. They cannot have 30% usage rates.
Let me say something. I
Go
gotta say
ahead,
something.
man.
Yo, Kyrie
This
and James
podcast is
Harden.
off the fucking rails, man.
Kyrie and James Harden were on the same team.
They were calling it like the best
With
offense of all
Kevin
time
Durant
for like a week and a half.
and didn't fucking win.
They played
They
eight.
fucking suck.
They played 8 games together.
I don't
never
give a
really
fuck
ever
what they
played.
played 19 games together. Okay,
You can't win a championship in 19 games unless they only played playoff games.
but I'm saying they were together, all together now. Every one of them, with both of them, with Kevin Durant, who might be one of the best scorers of all time,
This is the best, one of the best scorers. Not
That's what
the
I'm saying.
best, but yeah.
and they didn't win a championship
they
because
didn't get to play.
I'm trying to tell you why.
Just have that same energy for KD.
Sure,
Okay, just making sure.
but KD's a good teammate. He'll go out there and score 40 for you.
KD's not a good teammate.
He's a good teammate.
I don't think so.
Why isn't KD a good teammate?
Why would he literally,
Tell me why he's not.
What basis do you have to call him a good teammate?
He
Him,
left
him and
OKC
Russ, him and
high
Russ
and
had
dry.
their issues. He
All right,
left
I'll
OKC.
tell you what.
He goes to Golden State.
No. Let
he
me
leaves.
let me
the last-
rephrase.
wait.
Let me
Okay,
rephrase.
go ahead.
Let me rephrase. He might be, but
He's a
not
good teammate
like,
on the court. He does what he has
on
to
the
do.
court.
Yeah.
Because,
On the court, yes.
but like, dudes like James Harden will go out and party all night and then come and be shit, just a bag of shit in the game. Kyrie will go missing on you. That's bad teammates. So yeah, KD left his teammates and went to a different team.
So you get why I said Kyrie's a clown, though.
I still don't think it's
Yeah.
Kyrie's.
Kyrie's a clown.
What?
Clown shoes.
What has
man.
Kyrie done?
Kyrie said the Earth is flat.
What has Kyrie done
I
besides?
don't know if he was joking or not on that one.
Kyrie tweeted a video that said like the Holocaust never happened.
They're nice players. They are good players.
He's a good
I don't
one-on-one
want you. They're good basketball players.
Any team in the league would like to have
No,
Kyrie.
No.
no, I would not want it. The Knicks are a 7 seed right now, and if we traded any of our assets to get Kyrie, I would be very upset. And we're not even good.
Not only is he good, he's entertaining.
No, fuck that. I don't want Kyrie anywhere near any player that's under 30.
The Knicks are a circus. You should want that.
James
No.
Harden's a good player, and Kyrie's a good player. I don't want my words
James
to
Harden's
be.
hamstring is dead. Like they're both dead now. I mean,
No, listen to me. They're good basketball players. They're great. They are great.
Yep.
Okay, they are great. I'm not saying they're not great, but they're not winners, and they're bad teammates. That's all I was saying. Because James Harden did get, he had a scoring title, right?
yeah,
He had
2 of them,
Yeah,
right?
Two
he
of
had
them?
Probably
Yeah.
more than one. He was going crazy.
So I'm not saying they're bad, but like when
Free throw king.
he goes to the playoffs, and it just
3.
and forgets it all. He forgets how to play.
He did make the Western Conference Finals twice.
Huh?
And
He made the Western Conference Finals twice.
Yeah,
they
I'm not saying they're
would've made
shit. I don't.
the finals
Because
if they didn't miss like 33.
it just bothers me because they're so good during the season, and then when it comes time to win, nothing happens, and it bothers me. And so, like, I don't want to say these dudes are bad because they are good, but like, how good you're?
Can I say
just
James
'cause you're-
Harden was robbed though?
But why?
Because he had to go. He was in the Western Conference Finals in the peak of his prime, going crazy, and he had to play against the KD Warriors.
That's
you're
fair.
robbed.
And the Warriors
That's
a
a
couple,
robbery.
and
That was
before,
like
a couple
3
years
years
before
of
that, he had to play the
nonsense.
Warriors too.
It's just it bothers me.
But no, I think you're both right. In Harden's case, he deserves both credit for what he's done, and he deserves because there was playoffs that he just disappeared. Regardless
he
of
has sucked
regardless
and
of
just
Chris
goes
Paul
to the
going
playoffs.
down,
But since
when
then,
Chris Paul went down, they were up. I forgot by how many points they were up. They missed like 27 straight 3-point shots. James Harden as like a superstar, people try to say he's the second best or third best shooting guard of all time. You gotta make a couple buckets. That's all you gotta do, and you don't do it. It doesn't matter what team you're playing.
But
he should have closed that game out.
my problem
and he's
is,
done that multiple times in the playoffs. He almost lost to the fucking OKC Thunder when they left Chris Paul went there. He almost lost to
Yeah.
them. Like
Chris Paul did make OKC nice for that.
he made every team he's ever been on.
But listen,
nice.
He ruined
But listen,
their plans that year. They were
the
hoping to
reason
suck.
why I say they're shit is because they can score. Yeah, James Harden gets 10 assists and scores some points. Kyrie can put up 40.
He's dribbling
right?
all over the place,
Dribbling the ball all over the place.
looking crazy.
They've never made a team better. Since they left their starting teams, they've never made a team better. They've never went to a team and made a team better.
Harden made the Rockets.
He did.
I said they've never
and
left
no,
their team.
No, and, yeah, I get that.
left
Yeah,
And
yeah,
never
yeah.
made a team better.
Not
They
like get
traded for
traded.
Harden. They traded for the Kyrie. They go all these places. He goes to the Sixers with Embiid. Nothing. They all play together. Nothing. He goes to Boston. Nothing.
Yeah, if you can't win with Embiid, I mean,
What I'm saying is that these dudes are good, but they obviously are not like good teammates or whatever. I don't know what it is, but they've never went to a team and made the team better.
I can see you saying Kyrie's not a good teammate, but I don't think you could say that about James Harden.
James Harden did carry
like, if you
Houston
get
for
hurt-
a long time.
If you get hurt,
That's what I'm not trying to take away.
You guys are both right. You're talking about James Harden MVP year, the year he should have probably won the first Steph Curry MVP as well. Or no, not the Steph Curry, won the Russell Westbrook run. He probably should have won both those MVPs. You were right then. He dragged those teams. They weren't that good. He brought them to the playoffs. I believe he went to a Western Conference Finals before the one with Chris Paul, or maybe it was the second round. I don't know. But since he's left Houston, he's done nothing. He did nothing in Brooklyn. He's putting up stats in Philly. Philly's got a good record right now. We'll see what they do in the playoffs.
But
last year nothing happened. So you
all
guys
I'm
are
saying-
both right.
I'm not saying they're bad players because I don't want that to be because they're not. They're good. They're great players. But they haven't went to a team. All these teams trade for them,
and they don't do what
and
they're supposed
nothing's
to do.
ever happened. Nothing's ever came about it.
Well, I don't think Dallas is going to do anything.
Well, yeah, but let's
But
focus
that's what
on.
I'm saying. So this will just be another one of my points.
Well, yeah, let's focus on that though. That's how this started. How they're gonna have Luka's gonna have to change his entire game. You cannot have a usage rate of 37% and have a guy like Kyrie succeed on your team. And it's like overall in the situation they've lost. They now have Kyrie Irving, who's has made teams worse, or at the very least hasn't risen to what they're supposed to.
They were supposed to be these.
Yeah,
Us
and they're paying that man.
championships.
They're paying that man $40 million when they could have signed Jalen Brunson at the beginning of last year. 4 years,
25, yeah.
4 years, 55 was
really?
what he was expected to get. He only got as much as he got because he went crazy in the playoffs.
Then they
but
could have kept their other guys, too?
Then
they could have kept.
they could have kept Finney Smith and them. Even still, they could have Jalen Brunson right now for 25. Still have kept Finney Smith and did they get Dinwiddie? Yeah, and Dinwiddie.
I don't know if they got Dinwiddie.
No, because they didn't trade Brunson, so they still could have kept Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
So they could have all these dudes. Brunson, who isn't as good as an individual player as Kyrie Irving, but I believe does more to help a team win. And now they're stuck with Kyrie for more money.
I don't know.
And
at
lose
this
both
point,
of those
Kyrie
guys.
has to prove what I'm saying wrong. That's how I feel. He wanted out of Cleveland because he did go. He went with LeBron. He wanted out of Cleveland, went to Boston. They didn't get better. He left Boston, went to the Nets, right?
Yeah, Boston got better immediately.
And the Nets got worse with KD and James Harden.
Yep.
That's all. To me, it's just
Well, that's to get worse.
my bad.
Okay.
They didn't do
But
nothing.
They didn't do what they were
They
supposed
didn't
to.
do anything.
Then Harden leaves the Nets.
God, they didn't go to the Knicks. Oh my fuck.
Then the Nets, and then Harden leaves the Nets and goes to the Sixers. The first round exit, right, or second round?
I think it might have been second.
All
You
right.
really wouldn't want them to go to the Knicks still?
Listen, I hate KD. He's my least favorite player. Well, now Kyrie probably is, but KD's probably my least favorite player of all time. He's still at least good. He would make the Knicks better 100%. There's no denying that. Kyrie, no. I don't want no. I think Jalen.
Well, you don't get one without the other.
Well, yeah,
In that
that's
scenario,
So I'm
yeah.
happy about it. We would have been the Nets. Exactly what happened to the Nets would have happened to us, and we would still be the instead of potentially be building something right now, we'd be the laughing stock of the NBA. Like if KD doesn't win in the net in Brooklyn, that's laughable.
That's a very failure.
That's
Big
laughable.
failure.
He talked all that shit about how the Knicks were a dysfunctional organization, and not one organization in basketball has been more dysfunctional than the Nets. They're still winning game. What's the record this year?
They're like sixth in the East, bro.
Yeah, they're like 2 spots above the
Dude,
Knicks.
KD's been out,
Kyrie's not there now.
but that they'd been not have.
Kyrie was
Harden
carrying.
to be.
Yeah.
Kyrie was carrying.
But what I'm saying is, what are they?
Maybe.
Let's look at the standings right now.
Maybe,
He was dragging that Nets team.
maybe. Nah, but dude, nah.
This
I'll go
season
look.
he was, yeah.
I'll go look right now. Nah, KD played. He's only
So the
hasn't
Nets
played
are the
like
5
3
seed.
weeks.
The Nets are the 5
weeks?
seed.
I don't know how long.
I think
it's been
KD's
for
only been out a month.
The Knicks have won 3 less games than the Nets, but we're the dysfunctional organization.
Yeah,
and you
but not
guys
for
had,
nothing. They haven't had KD.
We wouldn't either. He'd be hurt in New York too. We'd be the same thing.
But I'm saying we're talking about you have Julius Randle,
no, we wouldn't have been
RJ
able to
Barrett.
keep him. We wouldn't have
I'm talking
signed
about right
Brunson.
now. You're comparing them right now. How they have.
I'm just saying.
No, but I'm
the
saying,
position we're
saying,
in-
look at the team the Nets are winning with, and look at the team the Knicks are
Okay,
winning
but
with.
I'm just saying this: the Nets don't win this year, which they're probably not going to. They don't win this year.
They're
They get
definitely
no
not gonna
titles.
Cam Thompson, dude.
They
nice.
get no titles out of the KD Kyrie era. They get none of them.
Yeah,
The Knicks had,
that wasn't even an era. I don't know why. You
I
said
know it's
that.
not even an era. It's like 2 years.
Yeah, it's not an era.
There's no such thing as an era in NBA anymore. The Knicks, however, have Julius Randle on a team-friendly contract. Jalen Brunson, who's 5 or whatever he is, team-friendly contract. RJ Barrett's only 21. All of our dudes, even if they do suck, can get better, and we're a 7 seed right now.
Yeah. But I'm saying.
So the Knicks won in that. They don't win much, but they won in that
I
fucking
don't know,
scenario.
man. It's tough.
I don't think it's tough at all. Oh, the only thing that the Nets got out of the KD situation is they were a toe away from making the finals. That was a good series. I would have loved to see the Knicks make it that far and be that good of a series.
If you
That
didn't
would
wear
have been
size
cool.
27 shoes, they would have made
Yeah.
it to the championship.
But other than that, fuck them. Nothing makes me
They're
happy.
5th in the East.
Nothing makes me happy. They're 3 games above us.
I want to see.
Let's move on from basketball though, because I
Hold
do
on.
want to do.
I gotta see something.
I do want to do like a start with the team building. We're gonna do like a draft / free agency of what we would do with every team in the NFL. Not today, but one team today. We'll start with the Bears.
I can't even look at.
I
Kyrie
thought I was
Irving.
going to say, you just think
No.
I can GM 32 teams quick off the top of
No.
my head.
So what I did, I just did the Bears today. So all I did was the
Guys don't need
first.
these chocolates.
But I did the first 3 rounds and then a couple of free agency moves I would like them to make.
Who?
So
The Bears.
The Bears.
I like for them to trade back.
Yeah. So I put a trade. So I'll name the things and then you see like if you guys agree or not. So I said trade the number 1 pick to Indy.
Where's that? What pick is that?
4.
Okay.
So what the pick I saw CBS Sports did and a couple other places did something similar would be that they would get 3 firsts. They get the 4 pick this year, 2 future firsts, and a 2nd and 3rd this year.
For pick
From
one.
Indy?
They had pick 4.
To go from 4 to 1?
So it was a first this year, a 2nd this year, and then 2 firsts next year.
Nah.
Or not 2 firsts next year, but
If I'm Indy, I
that's
would never
what
do that.
that's what it's taken
Yeah,
so
I
far.
wouldn't do that
Look
if
at
I was
look at the
Indy.
Trey Lance trade. Look at all
I'm
those
just
trades.
saying, if I'm
And
Indy,
like
I
none
wouldn't
of
do
they
that.
don't work out.
Okay, so I just went off of that.
If I was the Bears, yeah, I'm taking that 100%.
Yo, Indy's
I
like
said-
rebuilding. Why would they trade away their future for?
Because you need a quarterback before you need anything.
Yeah,
Look
but
at the
there's a
Jets.
lot of quarterbacks that you can get here.
Yeah, but they're also sick of that. They're sick of signing veterans that don't live
Okay,
up to the
no,
hype.
no, that's not what I'm saying. They can draft one here.
Yeah, you
At
can just
4,
draft
you
one
can
Yeah,
at
but
draft
if,
a
you,
good
if there's
one.
a guy you like, you're trading up because the Texans are taking someone. So if they really like Bryce Young and they're like,
But to
Bryce
me-
Young's not going to make it to me,
Okay, then I'll take C.J. Stroud and just be happy.
Be like,
that's
here's
you
our
though.
guy.
Chris, I forget his name, Chris Ballard, the GM of the
Yeah, I think that's his
the
name, yeah.
GM of the Colts likes to like quarterback. Like he's going to either take Bryce Young or Will Levis. I don't even think he's going to take C.J. Stroud.
I can't take
He-
and do that.
I don't
Eats
need- I-
mayo in there, drinks mayo in his coffee.
He likes the
don't give a
physical tools.
fuck.
So we don't know what's going to happen.
Bryce Young.
Did you know that, though?
5'9".
He's small, but he's athletic. He can make moves. He can make all the throws.
He's going to end up like Tua.
So we'll probably have to revisit this. We probably have to do this twice with the Bears because they're most likely going to trade their pick. Most teams will only do it once, but the Bears will probably have to do it twice. In my scenario, the Bears trade the number 1 pick for number 4 this year, number 35 this year, and Michael Pittman.
I don't think the Colts would give up Michael Pittman.
I think they would because
If you look at like the
Yeah,
Carolina
but then they don't
scenario
have anything.
with
But
DJ
they-
Moore,
but
they're
they
like,
have
we want
to
to keep
pay
him
him.
for our new quarterback. So they want to keep Pittman for the new quarterback.
I don't-
You can want all you want.
I,
But
don't-
if
I
you-
just don't
no
think
one's
the
gonna-
Colts can trade up. I don't think they can. Nah, I
They're
don't
one
think
of the
they
biggest.
can.
They're one of the biggest contenders to do it. Like if you look on FanDuel,
I understand, but I don't think that. I bet it doesn't happen. I wish I could bet that.
Someone's going to.
Someone's
it
trading
can't
for
be
that
the
pick.
Colts. Not nothing crazy like that. You're talking about 2 first rounds this year and Michael Pittman Jr.
No. The number 4 pick this year, Michael Pittman Jr., and the number 35 pick this year.
So, like,
first
basically
and
2 firsts.
That's not a lot at all. And
That's a lot.
You got to think
Just
Michael
move
Pittman,
up 3 spots, and when you can.
Well,
Okay,
that
but
I
you're
would,
thinking
if I was the
about
Colts,
just
I would do
you're-
that.
Okay, hear me
all
out.
you're
No,
thinking
hear me
about-
out. Let's talk about teams that need quarterbacks.
Panthers,
Panthers,
Falcons.
The Panthers
Texans.
might go up there try to get it.
Exactly. So if you're Indianapolis and you're like, if I don't take this pick, maybe the Panthers do. Now both of your quarterbacks are off the board, and now what do?
Anthony
Now you're
Richardson.
just sitting here drafting people, hoping you.
Anthony Richardson.
I love Anthony Richardson, but I don't think they're taking him at 4.
There's 3 quarterbacks though that are like, well, 4, but there's 3 top quarterbacks coming, right?
Will Levis, C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young.
Bryce Young. And if it goes, what's the order? It goes
Right now
Bears,
it's Bryce Young. Oh, you talking about Bears,
Bears.
Texans taking a quarterback.
Yeah.
Cardinals not taking a quarterback. Colts taking a quarterback.
So hear me out. So what I think as the Colts do, instead of trading my future,
That's not really your future, though. You're
Yeah,
trading you're only trading your first and second round picks, and you're trading Pittman. Pittman that you're going to have to pay a ton of money to, and if you don't have a quarterback, you're going to be paying
They
them all
don't
that
have
money
any
for
picks to
nothing.
get a receiver.
And they got a decent amount of.
They still would have their
and
third
they just
round
got
picks,
Alec
fourth round
Pierce.
picks. They'd have their first round pick next
Pierce,
year.
Paris Campbell. I think Paris Campbell's a free agent, but
He sucks anyway.
Jelani Wood.
This is why I'm saying it would make sense. Just hear me out. This is why I'm saying it would
I
make
guess
sense
that isn't bad
for both.
That's not that bad.
Because Pittman, you're going to waste if you don't have your quarterback. If you don't trade up for that number 1 pick, someone else is. You're going to miss out on the quarterback that you want. And if you trade Pittman, you get to keep 2 firsts because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take 3 firsts or a first, a second, and a really good player. Because the pick, you can't just talk about it's only 3 spots away. You have to talk about the demand. And there's going to be 3 or 4 teams interested in it, and you have to beat them in the package. You might want to keep Pittman, but if you want that first pick, you have to trade him. And what's more important, having a good quarterback on a rookie contract or keeping a receiver that you have to pay next year?
That's a fact.
So maybe this happens, maybe it doesn't. We'll revisit it. But in my scenario, they get the number 4 pick, the number 35 pick, Michael Pittman, maybe like a 3rd round pick the next year, but that doesn't matter for this year.
Yeah.
So they get and I looked it up. I just looked at a bunch of Bears websites. They want offensive tackle, wide receiver, D-line. That's their number 3 needs, but they need everything.
Yeah, their wide receivers are so bad.
So they get Pittman.
The Bears.
They get Pittman and
They get a receiver who's going to be better this year at least than anyone in the draft. People in the draft might pass him at some point, but whatever. They get their receiver. Then they have the number 35 pick. They have the number 4 pick. My bad. I took him to Jalen Carter, but it all depends who Carolina picks or Arizona. It all depends who Arizona picks.
Well, Arizona could trade back too.
Arizona could also trade pick, but
I
I
don't think
think
they will.
they're going to take Will Anderson.
Will Anderson, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that. I think they're locked in with Will Anderson.
The defensive scheme they run needs edge rushers. J.J. Watt just retired.
They need more defense than offense.
So I think Jalen Carter falls to them at the number 4 pick, which is the pick they would have taken number 1 if they don't trade back anyway. Because D tackle, he's like a inside pass rusher, also
So they're
good
gonna
in the
get their
run.
guy anyway.
They get their guy anyway.
Well, they could just take Will Anderson 1.
If there's not, I think they'll take Jalen Carter over
Jalen
Will
Carter,
Anderson.
Yeah.
But if no one trades with them, that's what's gonna happen for sure. They're gonna take Jalen Carter.
Then the Colts just get one of their guys anyway. They're almost guaranteed. Stroud
Well, yeah,
or
but they're
Bryce.
not gonna tell the Colts that hey, we're not trading out. So they're gonna get
No,
the
the
offers.
Bears
Is
will
what I'm saying.
guarantee trade out.
They're
of that
gonna
pick.
get the offers. I would say there's an 85% chance they trade out of that.
They have to trade out of it.
There's
actually.
no point in staying.
The
there.
only way they don't trade out of it is if
They don't get what they want.
Justin
but
Fields gets traded.
No, they're not trading Justin Fields.
You could reset the rookie
Nah,
contract.
Fields is locked in.
No, I don't think they're trading him. One, I don't think they're gonna have to pay him as much as these quarterbacks
And
because he's
showed
only
so
had one
much.
good year.
Yeah, but he showed.
Yeah.
He showed that he can be their guy.
They might be able to lock him down for like $30 million a year when all these other guys are getting 40.
Yeah.
35 spot that they got in the trade. They take Darnell Wright from Tennessee. He's hovering anywhere from like late first to middle second.
When is the draft? April.
I don't know, April.
Late
Late
April.
It's always like around April 22nd or something like that.
So they get Darnell Wright. I think he's like the 3rd ranked tackle of the class. They just lost their right tackle. I forgot his name. Riley Rafe.
Oh, yeah.
They just lost. So he replaces that. The rest of their offensive line actually played really well. Like they were like top 10 PFF. They sucked at the beginning of the year, but they started playing really good. Number 54, they draft I can't ever pronounce this guy's name. DeMarvion Overshone from Texas. Would be a 1st-round pick if he was bigger. He's only 220 pounds, but good in pass coverage. Had like 5 sacks. Good in like he does a little bit of everything. He might not be good in the NFL because he's only 220 pounds, but it's worth a flyer. And they need linebackers. Like all their linebackers are free agents. And then 65 if they get lucky. I only did the first 3 rounds. 65 if they get lucky. Hyatt falls to them because they're still going to need more receivers. They need a slot guy.
And do you think Hyatt will drop that low?
I don't think so. So I put Hyatt if they're lucky, but more likely like a guy like Marvin Mims or Rasheed Rice.
I can see
who
Mims.
both are great after the catch. Both can play the slot. Mims has to play the slot. He's only 5'11". Not really like outside skill wise. Rice can probably play both, but he'd be better as like a big slot. So I think that would be like the best way. And then my free agent signings, I have him re-signing Michael Schofield, who was one of their guards. Re-signing Joe Thomas, wasn't a great linebacker, but was serviceable. And then I have him sign Deion Jones, his best linebacker in free agency. They got the most money in free agency. They can
They do
overpay
have the
him.
most money.
The only thing I would say is some of these guys might want to win now, so they might not sign with them, but they can do what the Bills did before and just overpay for guys who want to win. And then Yannick Ngakoue from the Colts had 9.5 sacks. They need Jalen Carter's not going to cut it. They need more than one guy in the defensive line. And then Pat Peterson from the Vikings. Old guy, not going to have a ton of honestly, Patrick Peterson is a guy I could see the Bills grabbing because he wants to win a championship if he's old. But I can also see the flip side where guys are like, he's old, we don't want him on our team. He just wants one more payday. A veteran
The Bears
cornerback.
weren't that bad this year. Like a lot of their losses were.
They got the number
tight.
1 pick.
Yeah.
So that means they were the worst
They had-
team in the league.
they had-
I'm sorry. I'm just curious.
If you look at their losses, they weren't that bad.
I'm
of
just
losses.
asking, what pick do they have?
Yeah, I get what you're both saying.
They may have been the 32nd best team in the league,
But they were one of the
record-wise, but they weren't that bad.
best. Nah.
If you look at them versus the Texans, you're way more lit to be a Bears fan.
I would
Are
rather
you?
be.
The-
I'd rather be
Yeah.
a Bears fan
Yeah,
for
me too.
sure.
If you're the Texans, you're
I don't
down
know though.
so bad.
If we should go over the Texans shit too.
Well,
Their
Texans-
defense is
Yeah,
good.
they built their defense really well. They
Dude,
just got
don't
a
look
new
like
coach.
that. And they got that
And
Damian
if,
Pierce kid.
and if Bryce Young works out,
They could be nice.
and I'm pretty sure they got another draft. How many draft picks they got this year?
You tripping?
I don't like the
Texans
defensive
are
coach.
Texans are next.
I don't.
They fired him, didn't they?
No, they just got the DeMarco Ryans, right?
They just got DeMarco Ryans.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I thought they just fired somebody.
Well, they fired their head coach, and then they got DeMarco
Oh,
Ryans.
okay, yeah, that's what it was.
It depends who his offensive coordinator is.
Listen, man. You
If
said they
he's-
were.
I don't
they were-
know, man.
If you
He
don't
might
got an
be- I
offensive
might rather
coordinator,
be
they
a
could just be the Jets.
Dude,
too.
the
Texans
Texans
got
got
the-
some shit, yo.
The Texans got the second overall pick, so if they get Bryce Young, he ends up working out. Their defense last year, they added Stingley and Petrie, who were like two of the best rookies in the league. And they have the 12th pick and the 33rd pick. So they could easily get a quarterback, get a really good receiver, keep Cooks, who won't be as mad because he has a quarterback now. I don't know, man. We'll talk. That's next episode, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But
That's a lot on the quarterback. But
Yeah.
outside of the quarterback, which is huge, just
What?
sounds like the Jets 2.0. Great defensive coordinator, coach, good defense.
Look
we
how
got a
good the
running
Jets
back,
did this
and
year.
what? The Jets sucked.
They came in
This
third.
year?
They came in third. Third in the division.
Yeah, they suck.
I mean, they did way better than those teams.
What are the Jets?
Well,
gonna
I'd be more excited to be a Jets fan than either or. But
I don't know the Texans, yo.
all right, let's stick to the Bears. Do you think? So getting back to that pick, do you think that they trade back
have
to the
to.
Colts,
I
or
don't-
like you think it's the Colts, or you think it's the Panthers, or you think it's the Falcons?
I think
What's
the
most
Panthers.
likely?
I think the Panthers. I'm not saying I think the Panthers are, but I think the Panthers will be more willing to give up more stuff than the Colts.
See, the Panthers
'Cause
are
the
going to have
Colts
to
are-
give up a lot more.
Well, honestly,
they're
though,
gonna be the
no, I
Colts.
take that back. The Colts because I take it back. You guys are right. It makes sense now why the Colts would do that because the Colts are only a quarterback away.
They think that
Their
I
roster's
think
not
there's-
bad.
yeah.
Their roster's good.
Well, there's a
It's
couple
okay.
offensive.
JT,
Their offensive
Michael
line
Pittman.
struggled last year. They're going to
but
get
the
rid
year
of
before
Pittman.
it was one of the best.
Yeah, but last year the offensive line.
Their
was not that
tackles
good.
were
Their
garbage.
defense though, Shaquille Leonard didn't play.
Yeah, they
He
have
didn't
some
play
pieces.
very much this year, no. But they did have another linebacker step up. He was very good this year.
But I'm just saying, their only weakness for the last 2 years has been quarterback.
2 years ago, I would have said yes. Last year, no. They
Yeah,
need a
last
lot more.
year a lot happened.
It was quarterback.
Yeah, but the thing is we can say Matt Ryan sucks all we want, but Matt Ryan had a decent year on a bad team the year before that. Gets to Indy, their offensive line didn't give him the. Everyone thought Matt Ryan's gonna be good because he'd be behind a good offensive line. The offensive line blew, and he sucked because of it. He's not mobile. You can't rush a 30.
I think they're a quarterback away from
I
making
think-
some noise. I'm
I
not saying
think
they're
they
gonna
have
be a
the
contender.
Colts have a more impatient owner. That's more like out there. He wants to get stuff done. The fan base is like, yo, we just had Carson
Yo,
Wentz, we
Lorenzo.
had Matt Ryan, we had
Lorenzo.
Nick Foles. They all are trash. They want to keep it.
Lorenzo. You got something there?
I honestly think it ends up being the Colts. The Colts, one, because Houston's in their division. They don't want Houston getting the quarterback they want. Two, they would have to give up less than the Panthers.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense that the Colts do it. It does
Like
make
if I'm the
sense.
Bears and the Panthers offer me and the Colts offer me, I'm like, you got to add a lot if you're the Panthers because I'm missing out on Jalen Carter and Will Anderson if I trade behind 4. Then
Wait, what's that again?
if you're the Bears, right, and you trade to 4, you can still get Jalen Carter or Will Anderson because those other two teams are definitely taking quarterbacks. If you trade to 7 or whatever it is, you miss out on Jalen Carter. Someone's going to take Jalen Carter. Now you're settling. Every draft analyst says Will Anderson, Jalen Carter, and then it's a fall off. So you want, as Carolina, you have to offer more. 2, Sam Darnold played pretty well at the end of the season.
You know what would be funny though?
3, I think they really like Anthony Richardson, and they can get him at 7.
Who?
So I think
the Panthers?
The Panthers. So I think,
hear me out though.
what's up?
What if the
about
Colts
to say something ridiculous or what?
Yeah. What if the Colts move up to 1, take Jalen Carter, and then Will Anderson gets taken, and the Bears get fucked?
I'd still be hype.
That would be hilarious.
I'd still be hype if I was the Bears. I still got my assets.
I don't know. That would be shit though.
There's some defensive tackles that they could pay. I mean,
I'm just saying that would be shit though. You
Yeah,
think
but
you're
they
moving
would-
back to get one of the guys,
That would be mad fun.
and then you don't get neither of
yeah,
them.
They won't do that though. They'll definitely go. My thing is, like personally, I wouldn't take any quarterbacks in this draft if I was that bad of a team. I would
Stroud is gonna be
I
good.
would suck one
I
more
think so,
year
too.
and try to get Caleb
I
Williams.
think C.J. Stroud might be the best coming out.
That's the one.
CJ, I mean, it just took him until the national championship game to have that really big game.
Well, he was good at the beginning of the year.
He had so many receivers to help him.
It's,
I know. I'm not saying he's going to be bad, but
I
what do you mean?
think he's gonna be nice.
Didn't their coaching staff say they liked him more than not liked him
I
personally,
get-
but like more than Fields?
No.
I think I would take C.J. over
I think
Bryce.
Fields would go number 1
Bryce is
hands
nice,
down
though.
if he was in this draft.
Bryce is nice. Bryce is real
Bryce,
nice.
if Bryce was bigger, is hands down number 1. If
But-
Bryce
But
was
he's
the
so
size,
small.
That's the only
I
reason
know.
I think C.J. That's
He's
the
gonna
only
be
reason.
like 185 pounds.
you got to
You can
take a
fix the
flyer
weight.
though.
The weight don't matter. It's like the height and shit.
No, the weight matter because he's 6 foot. He's not tiny.
Yeah, so
He's
he
just
put on
skinny.
a couple pounds, he'll be fine.
Bryce Young?
Yeah, he'll get stronger.
He's shorter than 6 foot.
Oh, I thought he was 6 foot. He's just
I,
like
thought he was
180.
like 5'10".
I think he's like 5'10". They showed
that's
him a
what I thought,
picture
too. That's
of
why I
him
like
standing
C.J.
next to Drew
Stroud.
Brees, and he was shorter than him.
No way.
Yep.
No, he's 6 foot.
You looked it up,
Google lied.
and we're both wrong.
Google lied.
6 foot, 194. That doesn't make sense because he's not 194. He was 5'11" coming out of high school.
He shrunk.
He didn't drink.
He was wearing Tim's to his combine to go
Probably.
to
No,
put lifts in his shoes.
I think he's like 6 foot. It's more his frame than his
What do you
height.
mean you think?
Well,
I thought you looked it up.
they told me I'm not. I'm
Who's
a
they?
fucking ESPN dude. What the fuck you want me to do, man? You want me to call them and see if they're aligned?
the
Yeah.
Entertainment Sports Network. Is that what? I'm looking up Bryce Young next to Drew Brees.
Drew Brees is like 5'10", right? 5'11".
I think he's 5'10".
Anyway, is there any other
I
players
had something I want to. Oh yeah,
you
we
would
have
like
to,
the
no.
Bears to get?
I don't know why we haven't talked about this yet though. Let's talk about the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's what I was getting to next.
Oh okay.
Any other moves though that you think the Bears should make that I didn't mention?
Nah, I think they
He's
should move.
leaning up against the wall, dude.
Oh my God! Look how short he is.
He's 6 foot, bro. He's 6 foot.
He's leaning up against the wall like this.
Yeah,
Come on.
he's cool as fuck. All right,
hot
well,
down
so
there.
that is what I would like to do with the Browns.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Da
That was the
Bears.
first time today. First time today.
Hey, that's okay. Browns.
I'm doing
Bears,
better.
Close.
Doing better.
Close. They're both orange too. Like,
They're both orange. Both start with a B. Both suck.
yeah.
Houston might tank again.
That's if I'm Houston, I'm not picking.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
picking
just started
Bryce
thinking
Young.
about that shit.
I'm drafting defensive.
Yo,
I'm
matter of
drafting
fact-
Will Anderson.
Yep.
And then
And-
I'm fucking sucking next year and getting Caleb Williams. We'll talk about that next week, though. We'll talk about that next week.
Yo, if the
'Cause I want
Bears
Harry here
move,
for the Texans because he has that weird draft knowledge, and he's gonna mention some player that's gonna fit. I don't know. I think the Texans are more fun to do this with than the Bears. But
I kind of agree with that, but I don't see the Texans coach just doing that.
I hate that they hired a defensive guy too.
They're just gonna want to win games.
he's
gonna
a
get there and be
defensive
like,
guy.
"Listen,
No,
run it
Will
back."
Anderson or nothing.
If they wanted to do that, they would have just kept Lovie Smith again.
No, I think
Because Lovie Smith gave up the first round pick or the number 1 pick.
Yeah, but if they wanted to suck again next year, they would have let him coach because he obviously sucks.
what is it?
You don't get one of the top coaching prospects just to suck again.
I think if I'm Houston, I'd take Will Anderson or Carter or whatever. And
I think it makes sense, but I think
No,
even if they
see,
do that, they're going to win games
D'Amico
next year.
Ryans signed a 6-year contract. He signed a similar contract to what Dan Campbell did because he told them, he was like, we're going to suck for 3 years, and I'm not going to take the blame. Like, you guys suck. I'm rebuilding everything. Like Dan Campbell, he was like, this isn't us sucking isn't a reflection on my coaching. You're giving me a terrible roster. I need to build
these
it.
guys are
So
terrible.
he did the same thing. He's got a 6-year contract.
Well, I
So
saw a lot of things
he'll
saying-
he'll be willing to take that risk. If he does not like Bryce Young that much, he will be willing to take that risk.
if I'm the Texans, I'm doing that.
Yeah, you get Caleb Williams.
But he's going number 1 next year?
100%.
Well, I don't see the Texans finishing last next year.
They will if they tank.
They could trade. He's that kind of coach is not gonna tank.
Get rid of why not get rid of Cooks? Trade Cooks for some whatever 4th round pick, whatever. Trade Davis Mills. Don't even let Davis Mills play because he wins games sometimes.
That's why they started splitting.
Yeah. Boom.
Seriously.
We'll see though. You're probably right. He probably won't tank, but they should.
If it was like if I'm running my
Dog, if
dynasty
I'm the
team,
Texans-
yes. But if you're DeMarco Ryans, I'm not doing that.
Yo, but listen,
We're gonna come in here. We're winning 5 games.
I can't wait till next episode. I have a lot to say. I'll wait.
All right, we'll do next episode. All right, so
I'll wait.
somehow the Super Bowl is the least important thing right now. But here we are finally at the end. Super Bowl coming up. I feel like you guys both picking the Eagles.
Eagles by double digits.
I don't know about double digits.
It's
What's
either
that,
gonna
Eagles
be
by
like
3?
Eagles wash them or Mahomes wins by 3.
What is it doing?
Chiefs are winning by 3.
Not a chance.
Game-winning touchdown
37-34
From the
Eagles. I already
goat.
seen the script.
from the GOAT.
What was the script?
37-34 Eagles.
Nah,
I seen it.
If it's a shootout,
Mahomes not
is
losing.
definitely winning.
Who said it has to be a shootout for that?
37-34.
37-34.
Hurts
that's
might
a
go for
shootout.
200. 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, but you know what Mahomes would be doing? Hucking, chucking football.
Woo, he's gonna say.
Andy Reid is about to smoke.
You saw the hook
these
and ladder
boys.
play they tried to run?
Andy Reid is about to smoke these boys. Kadarius Toney on weird shuffle
He's hurt.
passes. He's playing.
Show me.
He's playing.
Show
they
me.
Said it. They said it when they won the AFC Championship game that they
Oh, okay.
that he was supposed to play.
I'll believe you. Even though you be saying a lot of wrong shit.
No, that was only one episode, man. You gotta give me my. I only said one wrong thing today. He's
not
definitely
bad.
playing on Sunday.
See
That's what
Nick
it says.
What it
Sirianni?
says.
Just like that.
Yeah.
He's definitely playing.
CBS Sports, bro.
Give a fuck about those CBS.
Okay, now what?
I never use CBS.
What do you want me to look up? Fox News Sports, dude?
No, dude. ESPN. Dude.
What did Stephen A. Smith say?
Oh man, I can't wait. You guys all think everyone thinks the Eagles are gonna win. Everyone's probably putting their money on the Eagles. Chiefs are about to smack these boys.
The only thing I can see the Chiefs got like they've been there a lot of times kind of thing.
They
like
got the
experience.
GOAT.
They got the experience and they got Mahomes, okay, and they got Andy Reid.
That's all that's all you need.
But the Eagles got 53 dogs. Their roster is crazy.
The roster's
That's all you need.
Stacked
Valdes
up.
Scantling. It doesn't matter who's on the field. Valdes Scantling, Juju, Kelsey. Someone's going over 100.
That shit was cute against the
Someone's
Bengals.
getting 2 touchdowns.
Kelsey could do that and they could still lose 30-17.
No, they're not. Dude, there's no way Mahomes is going in there and only putting up 17 points.
Nah,
He
I
ain't-
don't think so
He's
either.
not Tom Brady, man.
I'll
He's
tell
not
you one
winning
thing.
no
If,
Super Bowl
if the
scoring
Eagles
17
win, they
points.
have to put up 30-something points, 35 points or plus.
How much did Mahomes put up in the Bucks Super Bowl?
Well, this whole offensive line was hurt, and they dropped mad touchdowns.
Well, now they're coming with the Eagles' defensive line.
The Chiefs have had the best offensive line production in the past 5 years. Not a single team has had better offensive line in the past game than the Chiefs.
And not a single team has ever sacked more people than the Eagles did this year.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Who was number 2 though? I think it was the Chiefs.
No.
For what, sacks?
Maybe it was the Bengals.
What, on the season?
I think
I
it
don't think it
was.
was either of those teams.
Feel
No,
like
49ers.
I would have to
Yeah.
go San Fran. That'd be
Chiefs.
my
I don't
guess.
think
I don't know
the
the
Chiefs is
answer,
top
but
5.
Dallas could be up there.
Dallas is definitely up there.
They
I
got
think
Chiefs
it
is not top 5.
Team lead.
Yeah, they got-
NFL team.
And how are they going to sack Jalen Hurts? He squats 600 pounds.
He's fat.
He squats 600 pounds.
This guy's squatting Priuses.
Oh, guess who it was?
Who?
The Chiefs.
Number 2?
Yeah,
Let me see.
it was by a big margin, but it was the Chiefs. I knew it was either the Chiefs or the 49ers.
They have the second most sacks.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Chris Jones is a fucking animal,
He's an
bro.
animal.
They got like young rookie corners and D-backs all over the place.
Trey McDuffie been playing great. We
He-
passed on
yeah,
McDuffie
wait till
for
he
fucking
plays AJ
Elon.
Brown.
No, they moved up and got
Oh, they
McDuffie.
moved up and
See,
got
there's
him, yeah.
another wrong thing you did.
Didn't they?
Another wrong-
Their
another
corner
one.
got injured in the. Is their corner the lead corner coming back? He got hurt against the Bengals.
Who?
The Chiefs.
Where's the show? The lead.
I don't even know who it is, to be honest with you.
I can't remember his name. Chiefs
Look up the
corner. I was
injury
watching the
report.
game. What'd you say?
Look up the injury report. Trying to find the team leaders in sacks. Sacks. Chris Jones had 15 and a half. George Karlaftis, the rookie, had 6, and
That
they have a
kid's
bunch
nice.
of dudes with like 5, 4, 3. I'm telling you, man. But no one's passing Lane Johnson. I'll tell you that much. Lane Johnson.
Not getting past that guy. You see, they were asking
Who
Nick Sirianni.
blocks
They said
Reddick?
Nobody.
That's true.
Reddick's coming in. Mahomes already got a bum
Are we gonna
ankle.
have a Purdy moment where Mahomes, nobody's blocking,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden Mahomes gets wrecked?
No,
He
I
better
don't
have
think
a
so.
whole prosthetic ankle on by this game because they're coming.
His ankle's fine. He has a better.
Ankles just don't get fine like that. They
No
are
one
hurt for
has
a
more
long
pocket
time.
presence and pocket awareness than Mahomes. He'll see
I
Reddick come
agree.
in.
I just like starting shit.
No,
So,
there's definitely
So
reasons.
here's my thing. So I said on one of the other groups. I said so if Mahomes loses, so then how many trips to Super Bowl does he have?
3.
3, and he only has 1 win.
Yeah.
And he got knocked out by
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady in the
Tom
first one.
Brady, and then he didn't make it last year because he got knocked out by Joe Burrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
When they were favorites. and up.
So it's a funny thing. Like I think if there's anybody who has the most pressure on him in the Super Bowl, it's Mahomes.
Yeah, but he's
if
had
he
it all
loses,
year.
because if he loses, then they're gonna start saying he's like, he's
like LeBron.
He's Charles Barkley. Like he's, like
Going
he
and
can't
losing.
win the big game. He can't win. Like I hate to say
If
it,
he
like,
loses, he's never catching
It's
Brady.
a funny narrative if he doesn't win. If they lose,
And that's
it's
exactly
not
why
even
he's
going to
gonna
be
win.
his fault if they lose. But it's I just think it's a funny narrative. I just think it's a funny narrative because he is incredible. But there's weird pressure on him.
That's exactly why he wins, man.
And I don't disagree with you. I just think it's fun because there's a lot of Mahomes fans, and you say that to them, and they get so mad. It's just great.
Oh, no, I'm hoping the Chiefs lose as well.
We came
I
into
am
the
also
year
hoping the Chiefs lose.
saying, "Oh, the Chargers or the Broncos are going to win the division."
Who said that?
A lot of people. I'm saying,
did think the
I'm
Broncos
saying, if
were
I'm
gonna be
Mahomes,
nice.
that's what I'm looking at. Everyone picks the Chargers or the Broncos to win the division. I'm going to suck without Hill. Oh, I just go 14-3, best record in the AFC. I just don't win my division. I win the conference. Oh, I can't beat Joe Burrow. This is Burrowhead. Smack. Get the fuck out of here. Game-winning drive. Now I can't beat the Eagles. I can't beat Jalen Hurts.
Yo, listen. Let
The
me tell
Eagles?
you something.
No, you can't.
Okay.
Tell you something.
Okay, hey, Andy. Hey, Andy.
I'm
they
done.
fired you? They fired you? Oh, okay. Bet.
I'm done rooting against. I'm done thinking the Eagles can lose.
I'm done thinking
do it no
I'm
more.
done thinking Mahomes could lose.
I never thought Mahomes could lose until Sunday.
The Eagles are dominant. The roster is crazy. If you look at their season,
They're
they have
clamped.
clamped teams.
They're clamped down.
Pat Mahomes
I don't care.
behind
I don't
the
give
best
a
offensive line in football, pass wise. You give him all that time.
Danger.
You give him all that time. That's all you gotta do, man. Just saying.
And then they do, and I have to say, like Andy Reid's a genius, but then you have that weird drama because what's his relationship with the other coach? Isn't there some did he fire?
No,
Nick
he
Sirianni.
worked.
What's the story? I saw that on.
I don't know. I don't know. He
So
didn't get
he
fired.
worked
I think he
under
just got
Frank Reich.
offered the job, right?
Yeah, I'm guessing he got promoted because the dude's killing. Not promoted, but
no,
offered.
didn't
a
Sirianni
higher
came
than-
from the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, I've seen him in Chiefs
He was like the Chiefs
Outfield.
quarterback assistant or something.
wide receivers coach, I think.
And then Andy Reid fired him,
I
No,
think
he got.
I think
or was he fired?
Frank
RB?
Reich got hired in Indy. Brought
Oh,
him
yeah.
because Frank Reich was with him, I believe. I looked this up.
But there's
already.
even a thing where when I always forget the name of the Philly guy, the Phillies coach,
Nick Sirianni.
Sirianni, where he was when he was screaming into the crowd, that one's for Frank.
Yeah.
There's there's a weird that guy is it's great. I think there's a lot of cool narratives in this game besides the two brothers are playing.
The two brothers,
I do like and the two brothers. I like the narrative that there's a weird background relationship with these coaches, which I think is exciting too.
Oh yeah, he comes from the Andy Reid tree for sure.
Yeah.
Which
I don't know
bizarre.
if he was
I don't
in
know
Kansas
how,
City in 2009.
like
Then he went to
Andy
the
Reid-
Chargers in 2013, and then
he was in 2009. He was in Kansas City.
and that was before
Call
Andy
Harry right
Reid.
now. He'll know all this shit.
Was that before Andy Reid?
2009 is a long time ago.
Let me call Harry.
No.
He'll know.
Also, the cornerback that was injured in the Bengals game, L'Jarius Sneed, he is playing. And it says Kadarius Toney's playing too, but I don't know if that's
Yeah, he was with the Chargers first, and then he went to the Colts, and then to the Eagles. He was under Frank Reich, who was like the Doug Peterson tree.
Frank was his boy, and then they
Yeah.
fired him. He was
Right.
mad about that.
Right. Yeah, that was the one.
He's like, you're giving my guy Carson Wentz and Matt Ryan, and you want him to
Yeah.
make these guys into Pat Mahomes.
I'm just saying, man. Andy Reid about to say, hey, Nick, you did a good job this year, but Time for you to go on, little boy.
Knicks. I saw an interview with Nick Sirianni today. They said the interviewer's like, "So, coach, would you say this is a must-win game?" He goes, "Yep."
I mean, it's the Super Bowl. I mean, there's no such thing as a more must-win game than the Super Bowl. Reporters are fucking ridiculous.
Well, I think they were saying, like, do you feel like you already exceeded all expectations?
Is the
Well, then
Super
ask
Bowl-
that. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Is the Super Bowl
Like,
a
it's just a
must-win?
must-win.
Yeah, some people only make it here once in their entire. Some people don't even make it here. No, it's not a must-win. What the fuck?
He said, yep.
The Eagles may not make it back after this. Unless if Hurts takes another step, I could see them easily coming back
Well, the thing is
But
they still have 2 more years with Hurts
not
as
like-
a rookie. Well, not as a rookie, but on a rookie
on the
contract.
rookie deal.
That dude's amazing.
Hurts is good.
They can keep a lot of their
He's
guys.
amazing.
I think he's very good. I'm not gonna give amazing out. You can't. Amazing is for like Pat Mahomes. And
Look what the dude did.
He did have the.
He put
but we're
together
talking-
one of the best campaigns.
But he also had a stacked roster.
he has the best roster in the league.
Give that to Pat Mahomes or Josh Allen or whoever. Give me that ring right now. We wouldn't be talking about this.
Yeah, no, this game wouldn't even be close.
Yeah.
This
It'd
is
be
second year in the
50-0. Yeah, it's great. No one's taking it away.
Is this
from
the
him.
second?
Second.
Mm,
It might be third.
third year in the league, I'm pretty sure.
He sat behind.
Oh yeah, the
Wentz.
year they
He
gave up
just
Wentz.
Sat there. And
No,
didn't
they
do
gave
nothing.
up Wentz that year, right? Or they
But that
cut
was
him.
last
He
year.
played last year. Last year he started for like the season, and then the year before that was
He
when
sat behind Wentz.
Wentz was the starter, and he played like last 4 or 5 games.
All right.
Showed flashes.
I don't know. He was undefeated. They're undefeated with him, except the last game. They're undefeated with him, where he was battling an injury. They're undefeated with him this year.
Oh, on the season.
Yeah, with
Besides,
This
with
is his third
Jalen Hurts
year.
playing, they're undefeated.
Well, no, they
No.
lost to Washington.
The last game, right?
Well, no, and
No,
they
that was-
and
that
the
was-
last couple
Jalen
games
Hurts
of
got hurt that
2020
game,
too.
though, didn't he?
No. They just ran all over the Eagles that game. It was weird. It was a gross like Sunday night football game.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
That game
And he
was
played
very
in
boring.
the
I'm
first
wrong.
year. The first year he played, he
I'm
didn't
wrong.
win all those things.
I'm wrong.
There you go, man. Am I yelling how you're wrong? It happens sometimes, right?
Yeah, but you're wrong so much. I have to
no,
bet
no,
in your
no,
head
no.
how wrong
you got
are.
lucky last week. My brain
I
wasn't
just texted
working.
you again now today.
I forgot that he traded
That's why
up.
I came in here
You
with
said,
the
you,
fifth.
said, you said we passed on him.
I forgot a team.
We didn't fucking
I forgot
pass
a
on
team
him.
Traded up. You forgot
The
a guy
Chiefs did.
lost one time in 3 years. Come on.
No, I didn't say 3 years. I said this year.
No, you said undefeated with Jalen Hurts.
I wasn't
This year.
listening.
You
I
didn't- you
didn't
didn't
Sure,
say-
I'm
on
not
that
a
one.
fucking
You
idiot.
didn't say this year.
Shut up.
You're still wrong.
Play the tape back.
You're still wrong.
You'll watch it again.
Still
Run
wrong.
it back.
Yeah, but I was wrong.
Yeah, it happens, right?
It's the Fit Aid. The Fit Aid got your brain working good today, huh?
Yeah.
Shout out Fit Aid. Go get yourself one
Facts,
at
man.
the local Rite
Good
Aid.
thing I-
Fit Aid.
Good thing I started it. It's because it got the new tropics and shit, man.
Oh,
Yeah, man. Fancy
what flavor is
stuff.
that?
Lemon, citrus,
Lemon drop?
citrus medley.
Wow.
But it's got a lemon on it. It's just lemon lime, and they just didn't want to say lemon lime. Probably. I respect it. It's very creative with their marketing. They put a lemon lime on there, and then they're like citrus medley. Sounds better than lemon lime, right?
No.
With the splash of
You're wrong. Lemon lime, classic. All right. Well, I don't know. Chiefs are gonna win. You guys both say the Eagles. You say Eagles double digits.
Eagles double digits.
I'm not saying Eagles double digits. I think the Eagles can win easily, but they can also lose.
More than a one-score game, like 8.
I don't
No,
think-
eight's
I don't
one-score,
think it'll
9
be
plus,
that
so
at all.
double digits.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna say 31-27. And Mahomes is going to need either a game-winning drive or, like, game-winning drive, and then the defense has to make a stop. But it's going to be like something in the fourth quarter. It's going to be very close.
I think it's going to be a heavily ran game. I don't know why. I have this bad feeling
That makes a lot of sense for the Eagles.
But I'm saying I think like the Chiefs are going to run like Pacheco and shit.
I don't think they can.
Was it last game or the game before that Pacheco had, like, 90 yards?
I think it's
No,
gonna
last
be
game he
raw.
had,
Last game
he
he
had
had, like,
60
20.
he had 60 receiving, though. And the game before
Yeah.
that, he rushed for, like, 80 or 90. He's been playing well.
I got
We'll
him up for in
see him
Dynasties
doing,
on
like-
the trade block.
I gave
I
you
give
the
you a
I
fourth.
gave you a league-winning
give
trade,
you a
and you don't
fourth.
want to.
A fourth? That's what I paid for him.
Yo, your boy Josh is a loser. Wanted me to give Mixon and a first for Drake London. He said
Is that named towards you?
no. It's towards
It's
his,
not towards him, but he caught a stray, and now he just kept it.
Wait, was it towards me?
It wasn't towards you.
It's towards your brother,
It was
right?
towards my brother, also named Josh.
But your brother's not in the league.
But he's not in the league, and he just said, "Oh, we do have a Josh in the league, though."
Oh, I don't remember that.
That makes me
Anyway,
happy.
Works out.
That makes me real happy.
He's like Drake London is worth at least a first, and I'm like, I might give him a first for it. And then I looked at it.
I
It
gave
was first
up-
and Joe Mixon.
I gave up Bateman I gave up.
He wants to give you
Drake London.
Drake London.
for Joe Mixon in a first.
What first?
Well, both my firsts are going to be top 6, right?
Not this year's first. Next year's first. That's a good deal for you.
I don't know, man.
Depends
I
how
do
good your
have
team
two
is.
of
I
them.
don't know how good your team is.
Why don't you
My
take
team's
my
not
deal?
good.
Joe, pull up a trade calculator right now.
That shit doesn't matter.
Fuck that trade
man.
calculator, man.
You tripping?
If
you
gotta
gonna
take
base,
that trade.
yeah, you out of your mind.
You got to take that trade, bro. You win next year if you do that trade. It
I do
doesn't-
win next year.
But
I'm
you
here
still
to win
have all your
next
picks.
year, the year after next year,
You
the year
have
after,
all of the
after
picks.
next year. I'm trying to go on a dynasty. I'm trying to be like Tom Brady. I'm not trying to get the Mahomes one and done.
Mahomes
But you
and Matt
have
too.
all the picks.
You still have
You
picks.
have
You're
all
not
the
giving
picks.
up your future.
I'm
You're only
giving
giving
you
up
a
1
league
year.
winner that with 2 players that could be in the league at least 3-4 more years, and you have a
Barkley's
bunch
only
of
25.
picks. You're out of your mind.
The dynasty. Okay,
Decline it. Go decline him.
I let him sit.
I'm about to withdraw him.
Let
I
him
think.
sit.
He's about to let him sit and wait for fucking.
I think I'm about to withdraw him.
And
all.
Jigba Smith's gonna like tear his knee. And
Oh,
fucking
then, yeah,
you're
it's
gonna
time.
trade. You're gonna trade that
Then it's
pick.
time.
Bro, you're bugging. Listen,
withdrawing all my
Listen, you
trades.
have Tyreek Hill, who's gonna be good at least another 2 years. You have
Yep.
Barkley's gonna be good at least another 2, probably another 3. You're not, and you still have your picks. And you have the best starting lineup probably in the league. You win it. You could probably win the next 2 years.
I'm probably
I
bugging for
possibly
even
could.
trading.
And
this.
then you still have all them picks.
Yeah, I withdraw them all. I think I need more now.
Thank God.
Thinking about
don't,
it, yeah, I'm
don't
not.
offer him shit, man.
I need
Fuck
more
that.
than
I don't
that.
want this dude to be that good.
Those you're banking all an injury. I
But
had
you
Saquon
still
his
have
whole
your
year. He had
picks
a bum
next
knee.
year.
And then what happened when he got healthy?
He was pretty good this year. He was good.
He was pretty good.
He was great this year.
Tyreek Hill though.
Tyreek was insane this year.
It's a weird that you don't want those 2 players on your team.
My team already, the starters in my team can
Yo,
score
everyone
as
that you're
much
gonna
as
get-
those guys any given week.
No.
No,
they
dude.
can't.
That's
Not
first.
Saquon, but Tyreek, yes.
No.
No.
No one on your team is scoring as much as Tyreek.
Debo could score just as much as Tyreek.
When?
2 years ago he did.
2 years ago.
Yeah, so that's
He hasn't.
2 years ago.
He didn't do anything this year.
Debo this year sucked.
Exactly.
Not in the playoffs, so he was good.
He still didn't beat Tyreek.
You're bugging, man.
Who else? Debo. Okay, not DK. He's not going to be Tyreek. Other wide receivers. We got Garrett Wilson's going to take a step forward. Not even close as
that's what I'm saying,
Tyreek.
Donnie. You already have a young dude like Garrett Wilson. You have your picks
You're
next
tripping.
year. You already have young dudes that will replace the guys that you're worried about falling off, and then you have picks next year to continue that. But
But then you start whiffing on picks.
don't whiff on your picks.
But I'm
man.
saying none of the dudes you get in the draft are going to be nearly as good.
This
They're not going to be
season.
they're not going to be half of what these dudes are.
Gibbs landing spot. He could be potentially a top
Gibbs-
10 running back in the league next year. Fantasy wise. Depending on landing spot.
He's not. He won't be able to hold Barkley's nuts.
He won't.
Well, I don't think Gibbs is getting drafted to the NFL to hold Barkley's nuts.
He should be. He fucking should be.
Saquon, I'm worried about Saquon. He gets hurt a lot.
He got hurt once.
And, okay, so you
He
want
got hurt one time.
2 first-round picks for Tyreek Hill.
Who has 4 more years?
But coming from a GM over here of pride who gave Tyreek Hill away for 2
You
first-round
got to put
picks
your ego aside.
2 years
Then
ago.
he put together one of the best campaigns ever.
Yeah, so I lost out on one of the best years ever and another top 10 year for nothing. I can't do it. Gotta swing for the fences.
I mean, I
Is that
respect it. Anything else for you
No,
guys?
that's it.
Oh, Duke got smacked last night. Miami annihilated them. Kansas finally won a game.
Yeah, I told you that I liked Kansas too.
Yeah, I was going to pick them. Didn't. Missed out on a bet because Damian Lillard couldn't hit 3 threes. He only hit 2.
Did you see that 1-3 hit, though? It was cool.
Yeah, from half court or
I
whatever.
needed,
Yeah, he
I
just
needed
kinda
one
stood
more to
there.
win
He
$150.
was
Bucks.
All right, we out.
All right, we out of here. I'm hungry. Thanks for listening. Trapnerd Sports everywhere. Go get yourself a Fit Aid.
Yeah.
Email Fit Aid and tell them all the
Trapnerd.
nice things
Citrus
I said
Melody.
to them. Citrus Medley. There's some other flavors too, I think.
Medley.
Thanks for listening, guys. Peace.
Peace.